Okay, hold on a second. Just wait. I don't want to hear how this mic audio is not coming through. Wait. That should have fixed it. There we go. We got audio now on Twitch. That's my bad. It's because I was making all these changes to my audio in order to make sure that none of it came through in the race stream that I just did. Which, if you were there, thank you for that. I appreciate you. What's up, WX? How's it going? Thank you again for doing comms on that. I'm glad that I got to share that experience with you. Because, oh my god. I'm going to buy, like, a Ridley amiibo just to melt it in a microwave. I swear to you. God. It was awful. But it's okay. You know, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Pleasure and privilege. I appreciate it. Oh, man. This would normally be a night for a gaming stream where I get back to the Nuzlocke that I was doing, but we'll have to save that for another night. There's going to be, for those of you who are here, thank you, by the way, because this is really weird. I just messed with my schedule a lot tonight. But there's going to be more of these as the tournament proceeds. But I had a great time. I'll send you my invoice. You got it. Sure thing. Yeah, there's going to be more of these as we go through the round robin. And then eventually the bracket. Which, I'll be honest with you, I'm not super sure on like how the format is working for this tournament. Kind of a mixed format, but is the round robin... Cocopelli Bob, welcome. How's it going? Is the round robin WX, is it just for seeding? Because that we already kind of did that. Like, if you don't... do you have to make it through in order to get to the bracket? Is this like an elimination thing? I don't even know. Bluesionic Wolf, what's up? I hope I didn't break your streak, because there was some issues with my stream earlier where I had to for the race. It might have broken your streak. I hope not. Shanala, thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, round robin, just seeding. No one's getting eliminated. Nice. This is, by the way, this whole thing with this tournament is that it is meant for people to learn more about playing Super Metroid Map Randos. That is the focus. That is the purpose of it. Up to 87 now. Good. I might have helped you out with a couple of those. There was a little boost then. If you didn't miss any of them, good. Yeah, we were ready to start in like 2 minutes. And then this thing was not being recognized in SNES 9X. And I had to fully reboot my PC for it to work. My PC's been acting up. My streaming PC has been acting up. So I gotta look into that. But it's PCs. PCs just do that now. Yeah, it happens. But yeah, in a way, I'll say this. In a way, I'm kind of glad that my first go around in terms of both racing and being in a tournament and being broadcast like that. I'm kind of glad. For those who didn't see it, I got stuck on a certain part and I should have been able to make it through that, but it was extremely difficult. There was wacky RNG happening, and I'm kind of glad that happened. But at the same time, WX, I got to tell you, I've known like for a while, because I watch a lot of the mainstays in Map Rando. I watch a lot of their stuff. I've known that I do things a little bit differently here and there, but it was kind of fun to have that recognized and have that mentioned. I knew I was going to bring at least a little something new to the table, so that was very gratifying, I'll say. There were a few moments though. I know I had nerves because, dude, my movement is usually very fluid. But if you watch back, you'll see there are certain parts where I just like, but it was nerves. It was 100% nerves. Like where I was trying to go up the pirate shaft there, and I kept like messing up. Remember how I told you my controller sometimes just puts in an up or down input? That kept happening, and I was like, this is embarrassing. But then I would do something awesome right after that. So that's it is what it is. Ralix was like, I'm stealing that. Heck yes. And Ralix is killing it this season. There was a while where Ralix was #1. I gotta next time there's maybe Wednesday I'll join the Wednesday I'll the problem with running weeklies is that I have to stream for it, and it really throws a wrench in my very steady Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, very like long running stream schedule. But if I'm going to do the tournament anyway, and I'm going to be messing with my stream schedule, Wolf, you might want to be ready for that. There's going to be some streams randomly. Like on Wednesday, I think the race is at like, what, 5 p.m. or 4, whatever it is. I don't even know when it is. I need to look at that stuff. But there's 2 weekly races. So it's kind of bi-weekly or semi-weekly. I think semi-weekly is the word. There's a race on Wednesday and a race on Saturday. If I want to run those, I have to stream. So there's going to be more of those. And if I'm already streaming, yeah, but for those, I can have my microphone on. I can do all the normal things like a regular stream. But those won't be those won't be happening on YouTube. But it is kind of funny to have someone like Ralix be like, sick move. I'm stealing that. I like that. That feels good. But anyways, so what I mean, really, this I don't know what I was really planning to do tonight after the race, but the race was very like I spent the first 20 minutes stressing out of my mind when I started that race, feeling like I was going to make a fool out of myself. I didn't end up making a fool out of myself. Ridley made a fool out of me. But I had a great time after I sort of got over the jitters. It's outside my comfort zone. I'll say that. I can be at an expo or or like a con or something, and they can be like, "Hey, Bray, the person running this panel, they couldn't come. Can you run this panel?" Sure, okay. Or hey, can you just go up on stage and entertain? Sure, yeah, no problem. I got this. I go up there, just be silly for a while. Like I got that. That's no problem. But something I'm completely unused to, where I'm being observed, is like, okay. But it ended up being a lot of fun. Okay. I do have some Pokemon stuff. I do. Got these guys right here. So we can have a versus kind of thing. I also got, and this is pretty exciting, even though I've opened a ton of Chaos Rising, I did get a build in battle box, and I'm very interested to open this and see what kind of deck I got. Maybe it's the Beedrill EX deck. That would be super sick. That'd make me really, I have 2 Beedrill EXs, and if I can get a couple more, because that's usually with an EX, like when you're setting up a deck, you'll have like maybe 2 EXs in the deck out of 60 cards. Sometimes it's more. With the Beedrill EX, the whole thing is about having as many on, active on the field as possible for that attack. So you want 4 in that. So yeah. We could also play some TCG Player Live. That was a lot of fun. I had a really good time with that last time. So we could do that. I had a surprisingly good time with that. But then I would probably change the title of the stream. Right now, I just went into just chatting because I just wanted to chat. I didn't know what was going on. What is going on with my YouTube audience? There's not been one chat in YouTube chat so far. This is what happens when I shake up my streaming schedule. Sundays are usually a lighter attendance anyway, but like, what's going on? Hi, YouTube. Anybody home? Anybody there? Okay, so. Oh, also, WX, I'm pretty sad about something. I'm sad that there's no face cams. There's no face cams for this tournament. That makes me sad. I fully planned on, like, if I have to do bowling or something, if I have to do anything that's going to be a long wait, or maybe during the Dragon cutscene, just be like, rip a pack and just be like, I so wanted to do that. And nope, no face cams. Words was saying that it was because there's a lot of people who are new. They're maybe not comfortable with that, but there are longtime racers in the winter tournament who would just have a PNG. I don't see the issue. Marco Paps 8, what's up? Welcome. Hello there. Been subscribed to your channel for like 2 years and enjoy your informative content. Wow, thank you. That's the last 2 years are like the most inactive I've been though. Question, what laptop do you suggest for streaming as a hobby? I don't suggest laptops for streaming. I do not. Unless you absolutely have to have a laptop, I do not suggest one for streaming. It is not. Now, as a hobby, I get it. But laptops, by definition, have way less ports to plug in devices, including things like, you know, stream decks and stuff, which make streaming way better. And the more, like, if you want to use a hub or something, sure, a USB hub, but certain devices do not like being on a hub because of the latency that gets added onto it, the amount of traffic, because of the amount of data, like a webcam plus a capture card. No, bad move. You don't want that, because then you are overloading like 2 USB controllers that way, the one in the hub and then the one that the hub's plugged into. It's just now. So if it is a necessity that you use a laptop, I get that. And there are some people who will stream on a laptop. But that's the first part of my answer is I don't recommend laptops for streaming. They're by definition not ideal. The other part of it is I'm not the laptop guy. I am pre-built PCs, or PCs in general, even putting together parts lists. I'm not that knowledgeable about the laptop market, but there are other content creators who are. They just don't necessarily stream and help people one-on-one like I do. So one thing you can always count on with me is if I am not the right person to give you advice, I'm not going to sit here and try to look super smart and give you bad advice just because I want to have an answer for everything. I don't have the answers for everything. But the main thing I will tell you is if you want to stream, even if it's as a hobby can turn into more than a hobby. It's just not really ideal for that reason. WX agrees, because WX does that, and it's not ideal. Okay, so let's rip something. It was a direct request from my buddy WX Fan 21. I think I want to do the build and battle box so I can talk about, I mean, I've already talked about these before, but I want to see what deck we get. And yeah, because you can get nice race. Natty, thank you. I'm glad to hear that you watched it. I don't know. Like, okay, time for the quiz. What was your favorite part? I'm kidding. Was it the part where I died to Ridley 6 or 7 times? Talk about them more. You got it. I look forward to PC, but I'm getting that you and I worked on. Yep. One moment, please. Oh, I just realized I don't have anything on this screen. And also, let's see what this looks like, because yeah, it looks a little different right now. 1 second. What is even happening right now? Why does it look like that? There we go. That fixed it. Okay. In fact, it's up. Something doesn't look right about that, but I'll figure it out later. He said, ha ha. Really call these. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Much love. And I watched your YouTube videos for the past 2 years. This is what I meant to say. Thank you again. You're welcome. From the old videos to the recent ones. Wow. Well, just so you know, because of the state of the industry, right? And I know this is pretty, like, if you're trying to buy anything these days, like, you'll know this. The industry is kind of messed up right now, thanks to AI. I basically had to, like I can't say I had to step back from making tech content. I have not had the heart to make tech content, to make content about PCs people can't buy or can't afford because of, you know, the AI industry just taking all the hardware and having zero remorse for it. I didn't go to Computex. That's something I should talk about too, because I definitely had a rough morning this morning because of it. But anyways, or yesterday, I had a rough day yesterday. But I didn't even go to Computex this year for the first time since I went the first time a few years back. And I promised myself never to miss Computex anymore after that, and I just didn't go this year. The pivot is to make Pokemon content. Something I've always loved Pokemon. I wanted to start collecting in the TCG. It's a bad time to do it, but it's not nearly as bad as the PC industry. So to me, it's like, oh, this isn't that bad at all. I can actually get the stuff, and it's not 4 times original price. It's just like maybe double original price. Anyways, and that channel that will have that will start having. Give it a couple weeks. The channel's up, but it doesn't have content yet. But that one's going to start having daily shorts, and then there'll be another channel that will have long-form content based on gaming and Pokemon stuff. So that other channel is called Brayathorn EX, if you're into Pokemon at all. If you're not, it's okay. The tech content will come back. I'm not giving up on that part of me because it's a part of me. It's just can't bring myself to do it when I don't even know what I'll talk about, because it's just, you already get the bad news from every other tech content creator. I don't like making negative videos, and that's literally, I feel like that's all I could make. So anyways, I should make something. There are some PCs that can be purchased. It's just not ideal. It's hard to bring myself to do it. 1 second. Oh, I got to change something real quick. Why? Why is it like this? I seriously have to take my stuff off of Stream Elements. It just has been messing up way too much. Okay. There we go. Is there a link to the Pokemon channel? I should do that. Oh, Hartford Lad, what's up? Much love, Bray. Appreciate that. I don't have I should put a link to that in the description of these streams. It's Brayathorn EX. It's the same as this channel, just add an EX at the end. Brayathorn EX. Which I think was a particularly inspired name for wanting to take my, I guess, brand and add Pokemon to it. That's kind of the whole thing right there. Why isn't chat showing up there? I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, the next time people say stuff in chat, it'll start showing up right here. There we go. Okay, thank you. You're very welcome. You know what? Because you asked that, I will put a link in the description to that channel for streams past this one, like after this one. Okay. WX, by the way, I cannot wait for Thursday for you to get your audio stuff. I want to hear what you sound like on that mic. It's going to be great. And I'll walk you through how to set up the well, actually I haven't used just the software. I usually use the on-screen interface for the larger Rode audio interface. But basically, you do everything through software with that. And there is a preset for that microphone if you're going through XLR into the audio interface, which in that box, you'll find the XLR cable. Actually, there should be 2 of them in there, including a purple one to match the whole thing. The mic arm, the microphone, and the pop filter for it. That is the purple one that you saw, black and purple. And then the Streamer X, the Rode Streamer X. That's all in there. And there's a preset in the Rode Streamer X for the pod mic with perfect settings right out of the box. So yeah, it's going to be pretty simple. Okay, so let's do this. What am I going to say? Okay. All right, I know I've opened a lot of Chaos Rising, but I missed the pre-release, so I didn't get to open a built-in battle box. That changes today. We're opening one now, and I really want to see which of the pre-configured decks I get. And if you've never opened a build-in battle box, you might not be familiar with this. I've gone over it before with Perfect Order, but a build-in battle box has a few things in it, which is you have a pre-made 40-card deck, and there are different ones you can get. There's usually a few different versions, so that and there are a few different themes that you can get, so that if you have 3 people who buy a build and battle box, get different build and battle boxes, they might each get different decks. So that means they can play each other and have different strategies. Now, aside from having a 40-card deck plus some instructions on how to use it, so let's see, we got the Ampharos deck. This one I'm not familiar with. That's actually pretty exciting because I don't have a Lightning Energy deck built yet, which I'm getting kind of into deck building and stuff. These are better for people who want to play the TCG. That build and battle boxes are not for someone who just wants to collect and make money off of the TCG or whatever. You get a whole list of all of the cards in the set here, which is pretty cool. Good for tracking to make a master set. And then there you go. So a ready to play 40-card deck. Now, that's not a full deck in terms of regular tournament play. A full Pokemon TCG deck is 60 cards. But for pre-release, like mini tournaments and events like that, you're limited to that 40-card deck, and you can only add to it with the 4 packs that are included in the build and battle box. You can only add in cards from these packs. That's how it worked when I did a pre-release for Perfect Order. I missed the one for Chaos Rising. So we'll run through this real quick. We'll take a look at it. You do get a stamped card, which is really cool. With this, I really want the Ampharos illustration rare from this set. I haven't gotten that yet, even with all the packs of Chaos Rising that I've opened. Still haven't gotten that. But hey, I think this is an upgrade for Ampharos. I don't think I have an EX or anything for Ampharos. Let's open this thing up and kind of take a peek at what some of the other cards that constitute this deck are. Okay, now a cool thing about this as well, if you are not just playing the TCG in person, but you play TCG live, you'll notice there's a code card back here. And this code card will allow you to actually get the entire deck pre-made as well in TCG Live. So you take that code card, you scan it into TCG Live or enter the code, and bam, there you go. You have the whole deck ready to play. Let's just take a quick peek through how this deck is set up. There is the stamped holo of Ampharos there, and then a smaller version of that larger paper I had there that sort of tells you. Here, let's see what it says. Oops, that's not the zoom I wanted to do. There we go. Here it says, Ampharos can knock out most opposing Pokemon so long as your hand size matches your opponent's, and often even if it doesn't. So that's a sort of a prerequisite for Ampharos to be more powerful. And we can look at the card, but your hand, like the number of cards in your hand matches the number of cards in your opponent's hand. And there are ways to make that happen too. This deck includes additional switching effects to help offset the drawback of Flashing Bolt. There are many ways to match your opponent's hand size by using items and supporters, but Judge does it no matter what. So you use a Judge card, and both players have to shuffle their hand into the deck and pull and draw 4 cards, and then bam, Ampharos's attack right here, as we can read here, Synchro Pulse. If you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, attacks used by this Pokemon do 80 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That makes this a 220 HP attack for 2 energy, 1 lightning and 1 colorless energy. So very good. And there you go, right there. It starts off by having a judge card there, just to sort of emphasize the point. These are shuffled up a little bit. Basic energies, of course, lightning energy. You have, of course, Mareep and Flaffy to evolve to Ampharos, plus Emolga, just so it's a lightning energy deck. And then, of course, you got to have Lily's Determination in this. Canary is great for a lightning energy deck, where you get to search your deck for up to 4 lightning Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand. It's very powerful, but only in a lightning energy deck. Buddy Buddy Poffin. There you go. Pokepad. I'm not doing the thing that Purple Cliff does. But anyways, so that's it. There you go. We're just kind of going through some of these so you can see what comes with this. Dawn, of course, a very good Pokemon. If you're trying to get a fully evolved Pokemon out into the active spot very quickly, or onto your bench, you pull the basic, the stage 1, and the stage 2 from your deck. Very cool. That plus a rare candy, and bam, done. Switch, and there you go. Okay, so that's the deck. Now you know. You can slow that down if you want to look at it later, but there you go. Plus, of course, again, stamped hollow. All right, now we can open our packs that we have. So let's just treat this as if also you get the deck box, which they don't do this anymore with booster bundles. They're just like regular skinny boxes now. They're not deck boxes. That's pretty annoying. That's sad. It makes me sad. Okay, so 4 packs. Let's get it started. You know what? We're going to save the Mega Greninja for last. That's just... Okay, perfectly focused. Okay, pack 1. Okay, Stunky, Fennekin, Quilladin, Frogadier, Ferrothorn. That sounds familiar. Philippe, Claydol, Golisopod Reverse, Delphox Reverse, and Cobalion EX. Interesting. Okay, so we got an EX right off the rip. That's cool. We are 100% on packs on hits per pack so far. All right, Quilladin, Frogadier. Man, this would be rough if I was trying to build upon this deck in a. So far, we have not gotten a single other Lightning Energy Pokemon card. Not a single one. Ferrothorn, sounds familiar. Philippe, Meowstic. Okay, there we go. Reverse Emolga. That's actually kind of cool because you would want that in the deck, and it's a reverse, so dresses it up a little bit. Patrat Reverse and Trevenant Hollow. But yeah, so far only 1 lightning type Pokemon. That would bug me to no end. This kind of happened to me as well. So you can adjust the deck with whatever you pull from these packs at a pre-release event, but you still have to limit it to 40 cards. So that means you have to remove something. So it has to be something pretty good in order for you to want to do that, to alter an already balanced deck. Skrelp, Goomy, Donphan, Phantom, Meowstic, Deoxys, Special Red Card, Chestnut Reverse, Owlfish, the new Pokemon, Quillfish Reverse, and Crobat Hollow. This is crazy. This last pack, we've gotten so far 1 one lightning type Pokemon here. And as for trainers that can help, or trainer cards, maybe special red card you would use. I don't know. Philippe is for metal type decks. So yeah, this is rough. All right. Mareep, there we go. If you wanted to get another of the stage 1. No, I'm sorry, the basic. If you wanted to get another basic Mareep, there, that could help. Like, say you're playing you play a game and you're having trouble pulling the basic Mareep, you can add another one and remove a different card from it. Minchino, Stunky, Fennekin, Tauros, Transformation Tome, Deoxys, Roxy's Performance Reverse. This is for like a deck where you're doing poison, Magnetic Energy, and Keldeo Hollow. Those 4 packs were kind of bad. All we got was a Cobalion EX in terms of EX cards, because an EX can be pretty powerful in a pre-release event, because you'll notice there was not an EX Pokemon in this deck. So, but this is a metal type Pokemon that requires metal energies, and the only metal energy that we pulled, yeah, we didn't pull any metal energies except for this one. So you don't even have enough energy to run this EX Pokemon. So, you know, the luck can be pretty bad sometimes in these. That's just how it goes. But still, if you're trying to get into the game and trying to play, which I highly recommend, it's fairly easy to pick up, then a built-in battle box can be a great way to do it and keep you up to date with sort of the current set, if it is the current set. Anyways, that's it for this one. Get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one. That was a bad build and battle box. Bad build and battle box. Okay. That was terrible. Wow. I am aghast. I love Owlfish. Who? Eh? Oh, WX, by the way, you don't, yes, and first off, I agree with you. But, well, I didn't open a case. How would I get it? Well, anyways, you don't know how hard it was for me to not, at the end of the Yaparando, do the see you next mission. I didn't do it, though. I'm not going to steal your thunder. Griffin got all the Pokemons that brother-in-law sent her from Virginia. It was about 40 packs and got 1 SIR, a bunch of EXs, and nothing else. Very disappointed. You know, do you know the odds of SIR? Pulling an SIR, though? That's cool that you got one. I mean, personally, I like I rank IRs up there with SIRs in terms of like because of the goal of like the mission that we're on, right? To have like the raddest Pokedex ever or whatever. But I know what you mean. It can be pretty bad. Produce the case. Okay, I can't just do that. 1 IR rather, no SIRs. Okay, that is pretty stinky. I got you. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. I did your thing during the race but had no reverb. Well, you will soon. I can tell you exactly how I have my effect set up, and you're going to have 4 of those smart buttons to have different. You can have a couple sound effects, and you can do the thing. It's a cool stamp on this one. I like that. I wonder if I should scan this into my TCG Live account and try playing with that deck. Luckily, she got a few of the first partner packs and got 2 sets of the Gen 1 starters. That's cool. If you're gonna get duplicates, you want the Gen 1. If you're thinking about like value. Also, you can sell one of the sets and then keep the other one for collecting, right? I'd also like the fact that I might want to get 1 or 2 more build and battle boxes, see if I can get the other sets, because this art is not like the regular Ampharos art. I think I pulled one? No, I didn't. Did I? I think I did actually. So I might have been wrong in saying that I didn't pull any more. Oh no, it's in this. It's in the deck itself. There's another Ampharos in here, and you'll notice something. The art is different. So for this stamped card, it has unique art. So whatever the theme deck that you get, like if it's, well, I don't know, the other theme decks, like that's kind of why I wanted to do one of these. You get a special stamped holo, which is pretty cool. I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and sleeve this and keep it secret, keep it safe. Just a heads up, and I'm not trying to get WX. I'm not trying to get you to run comms on like every one of my races. Would you do that though? Like if I maybe you would do that. I don't know, but I do have my next one. I think is on Wednesday. I have to check my schedule. It's on Wednesday. I think at like, no, I'll go look in the things. I can give you the exact timing for it, but yeah, my other one's coming up. This is bribery, abuse. It is neither. Thank you. See, deck boxes as the packaging are really cool. And I wish that they would do that again with booster bundles. What are they thinking? Because it just has this flap here. You see that right there? And then this cutout right here. You just... Bam. It is closed. These are really cool. Although it will never equal the splendor of this deck box. Which, hang on a second. It won't close. It won't close. Clearly, though, this is a superior deck box. Probably the only good thing I got out of that super premium collection. Bray, favorite Pokemon, go. Wait, Pokemon Go is the game? No. Porygon, see here, I don't have to do this off the top of my head. I just was talking to my kiddo about this. Porygon, all versions, is probably like thematically my favorite. But I'll give you the list. Here you go. Mew, Gengar, Greninja, Wartortle, Ceruledge, Miraidon, Decidueye, Porygon, all versions. I wasn't doing this in any specific order. Absol, Dragonite, Eevee, Sylveon, Lucario, Gardevoir, Blaziken, Garchomp. There's more that I like, but those are just the ones that I thought of. Might as well do this now, and maybe I can play some Gyarados and Crobat for me. Gyarados is awesome. Like don't let me, actually I should probably have mentioned, did I mention Magikarp? I did not mention Magikarp. I like both Magikarp and Gyarados. Okay, that's got to reconnect. I like Magikarp and Gyarados a lot, especially shiny Gyarados. Are you kidding me? Now, Mega Gyarados, kind of goofy. Kind of goofy. Okay, might as well do the packs too. I could even let you guys see what I pull from the packs. All right, let's see what we get. So there's the deck here. It's just going to have all the cards in it. Well, I'm going to get through that so we can rip the packs too. Event token. Okay, cool, cool. I get the... That's cool. I get a deck box too. Okay, let's see what we get out of the packs. Let's see if these are any better than what we got. That's very similar. Holy jeez, I pulled a pack just like that, except it had a duplicate in it that I didn't get. Mareep, all right, cool, another basic. The problem is it's a 40-card deck, and you have to add to it. I'm sure I have enough Pokemon to do that, but yeah. Okay, nice hollow magnetic energy. This will tell you, though, how many you get. And you have a collection limit of 4 per non-basic energy card. You don't get necessarily basic energies just like that, but and if you pull more than those, you get these points you can use to do trades and stuff. So we'll see down here, I already have 4 of these Kakunas, 4 of these Matangs. I already have 4 of these AZ's Tranquility, 4 of these that particular Deoxys, 4 Sudowoodos, another AZ's Tranquility. I already have 4 of those Froakies. Or I had 3. Now I have 4. I already had 4 of these Hollow Nitro Energies. So I've opened a lot of these. So I can basically already add enough to that deck in order to finish it out. We're just trying to see now if we get anything special. Yo! Why can I get it here, but I can't pull it IRL? Why can I get it here, but not IRL? Man. Come on. I want that card. If I'm not mistaken, is that Amphrose's only illustration rare? It might be. But there you go. I don't do this on the desktop app. Do this in the phone app because, as Shanala is saying there, it is so much faster. That's a dagger, lol. What's a dagger? What this? It's not a dagger, it's just a knife. It's my Ridge wallet knife, but it's not a wallet, it's a knife. Oh, there was a code today for a bunch of free currency and live. Oh. All right. Well, that I will input because that I'd rather type in because I can't I guess I could go to the chat on my phone and copy paste it, but no. I'll just do it here. So yes, also, yes, I do have these 2 and we can do that later. We can have a little tin off later. I don't like that. I'm not going to say that again. Funny story. So I shamefully, I picked these up from GameStop. I generally try not to buy too much from GameStop because yeah, it's GameScalp. They're scalping. You're paying market prices on most things, which is not what a retail store should be charging. But they only had this out on display. And they asked me, because when I got the Switch 2, I went ahead and purchased the membership thing because it immediately paid itself off pretty much, or something like that. And so they asked, because the guy knows me, he was like, Pokemon, right? What are you getting? And then I was like, let me get the tin. And he was like, you a member, right? I was like, yeah. He was like, you want the Gengar too? I was like, yes. So they were holding these in the back for members, and I had no idea. And I got one of the last ones apparently. So I was like, dude, that's perfect. Give me one of each, and then I can do a little versus thing. 2 round Pokemon of different, very different dispositions. I guess we'll play some TCG Live. Why is it so quiet? Oh, it's probably my... No. Let me see. Is it here? Redeem. There it is. Shanala, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see what we get. 3,000 trainer points. 3,000 trade credits. And that's it. Maybe I should do some trading. Maybe I should get all, like, if I'm going to run that Ampharos deck, maybe, I don't know, whatever. Let's see. But I got my card decks here. I have 177 out of 198 for Chaos Rising. I'm pretty close to mastering a few of these. Not even close with Ascended Heroes, though. But that's not just me, I'm sure. These are the only ones they're showing right now. Oh, that's because of this. Paldea Evolved, I've hardly opened any. White Flare, I haven't opened that much. Destined Rivals, I've done a bunch of. Journey Together, I've done a bunch of. I've done too much Prismatic. I'd rather not have done that. Surging Sparks, I've done a good amount. Shrouded Fable. This just kind of tells me, what should I be getting? I have a box. I think that has like 11 packs or 14, 11 or 14, 11 packs with Paldean Fates coming in. So that should be fun. 151. Get that out of here, man. What are the special cards I have for 151? I've got the Zapdos EX here. That is so sick. Look at that. With all 3 legendary birds. I would love to have that card. That's like the Zapdos card I want to get for my Pokedex. Bills transferred. That's it for like... Oh, yeah. I have this illustration rare. This card is so cool. I love the art style, like, of the people, too. You can't play this card, though. It's G. Another one of my faves. What, Zapdos or Pikachu? Yeah, this is all out of rotation right now. Paradox Rift. What have I gotten in Paradox Rift? And the that Tulip card is kind of crazy. Like, the art style is kind of... Akira Igawa, though. Classic artist. Love this Garchomp EX SIR. It's so sick. But in a way, it's kind of like a hyper rare. How it's just kind of there in the center, you know? I prefer more illustrated styles. Love this Mousehold EX. Then we get to the hyper rares here. You see what I'm saying? The SIR is kind of like this, just with waves and stuff in the background. This Iron Jugulus is so sick with the contrast on this card artwork. So gorgeous. My favorite of the 3 original legendary birds. Oh, welcome back, Nettie. Articuno is my favorite of the 3. But Zapdos is They're all three of them are very cool, really. The Espathra is interesting for sure. This Morpeko is like a peak Morpeko card. Do you say Morpeko or Morpeko? Okay, well. So shouldn't I have that deck now? This is like the deck that everybody's playing. Dragapult EX. This is the deck that, like, I don't know if it's exactly like this. There's probably some changes to it, but yeah, it's a crazy popular deck. I thought shouldn't I have the Ampharos deck that I just scanned in as a deck that I can play? What the heck? I guess not. What the heck? Yeah, I know. More Peko like peckish. I think that's what I was saying. Natty, how you doing? How's it going? What the heck? Where is it? Okay. I don't know where it would be. So if I go to M for Mareep, I guess I can just start it? All right, why don't we just do another battle pass? Whatever. I guess it just gives you the cards? I guess so. All right, WX. Appreciate you, buddy. Gengar, my top 5. Macropaps, I'm sorry I just saw that. I think you said that a while back. No, you get the SR on mobile, not in real life. Yeah. The illustration rare is not in my... I think that these tins are Chaos Rising tins. I don't know what decks are in these, or what packs are in these. I suppose I will find out later on. And that's Battle Pass. That's not what I was looking for. Home. Build and Battle Box. That's what I was looking for. Let me see what are these. I guess you can do this free once a day. Are you sure? Wait, it's Twilight Masquerade right now? You know what? We ball. Let's go. Hey, you too, Ben. You too. Okay. Inspect. WX, the legend. No, not again. Are you serious? Is it going to keep me from opening my packs again? Natty! What do I do? You were here last time. You saw this. Shanala, what do I do? What the heck? Come on, man. Do I really have to Alt F4 out of this again? Spend another token again? Seriously, one of the like highest grossing companies, IPs in the world, and this is what we get. This is what we get. You haven't used live yet. It must have been Natty then who was talking about it. I don't know. Cool. Fun. Yay. Usually I'll hope to open packs and I have to close the app. I'll hope to open packs and I'll have to close the app, and when I get back in, I have to figure out what cards I got. Natty is in and out right now. It's okay. Resume. All right. Edit deck. So I guess it opens the packs for me, maybe? So I don't even know what deck I have. Okay, so it is Diplin and Rillaboom and Pheasantipity and Florges. I don't know the strat here. I got some evolutions. One of each there. I got Greninja EX, interestingly enough. Do I have any cool cards that I got? Like illustration rares or something? No, nothing. Cool. Ooh, Sunkern. Yeah, okay. I don't know the strategy for this deck, like at all. So what you want, if we're doing a Diplin deck, we should have Festival Grounds. We do. There we go. We have one Festival Grounds. So if Festival Grounds is in play, Diplin may use an attack it has twice. And this is where it gets interesting. Because I've read this card a few times. Or, I mean, I've looked at maybe playing this card a few times. It's pretty interesting. If Festival Grounds is in play, this Pokemon may use an attack it has twice. If the first attack knocks out your opponent's active Pokemon, you may attack again after your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon. It is so troll. And the attack is crazy. Well, it's not crazy, but it's pretty good. Because it's 1 energy cost, and it does 20 damage for each of your benched Pokemon. So, that can do 100 damage, but then doing it twice is 200 damage. And if we have a, well, Festival Grounds is a stadium you would need. There's the other stadium where you can have up to like, I forgot what stadium it was. We can have up to like 8 benched Pokemon if you have a specific Terra Pokemon, but then you don't do the attack twice, so it doesn't really work. Flip a coin. If heads, draw 4 cards. If tails, draw 2. That's annoying. Of course, rare candy. Search your deck for up to 2 evolution Pokemon. Reveal them, put them in your hand. That's good. Buddy Poffin, of course, that is grab 2 basic Pokemon, put them on your bench. Youngster, shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 5 cards. That's fine, I guess. So I have a handheld fan that is not part of the deck already. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if it gets knocked out, move an energy from the attacking Pokemon to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So they lose an energy to one of the bench Pokemon, which isn't the worst. Yo, welcome. How's it going, Chris? Welcome in. That's it for cards. That's the only trainer card I pulled from those 4 packs. Rillaboom, what do you do? Drum beating. During your opponent's next turn, attacks used by the defending Pokemon cost 1 colorless energy more, and its retreat cost is 1 colorless energy more. That's annoying for them. Woodhammer does 50 damage to your Pokemon and 180 to theirs, and it's 2 energy. But 1 energy for drum beating plus making their attacks more costly is pretty good. Pheasantipity, this is just a good card. This is just a good card overall. If this Pokemon has any dark energy attached and is damaged by an attack, flip a coin. If heads, prevent the damage altogether. So they only have a 50-50 shot to damage this Pokemon. And Energy Feather does 30 damage for each energy attached to this to this Pokemon here. So yeah. Energy, we don't have any dark energy, but we have luminous energy, which can provide a dark energy to Pheasantipity. We have 2 of these, so it could get prize carded out, but hey. So that's what this is for. This can be any kind of energy, but you can only do 1 per Pokemon. That is perfect for Pheasantipity. Wait, what letter is this? G. So this is no longer legal for tournament play. What does Florges do? Florges, Captivating Invitation. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot, and the new active Pokemon is now confused. Cool. And just 120 damage. So this is just an ability. And this, you don't have to have Florges in the active spot to use this. So that's cool. Minor errand running. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards. Reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. For 1 energy, you get to hunt down 3 energies. And then Bind Wound. Heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon for 1 energy. It's fine, I guess. But it has to be in the active spot to do that. Boom Boom Groove. Once you're in turn, if your active Pokemon has the Festival Lead ability, you may search your deck for a card and put it in your hand. That is Diplin. So if you have Diplin in the active spot and you have a Thwackey on the bench, meaning you have to get a Grookey, then evolve it to Thwackey. Every turn, you can search your deck for any card and put it in your hand. So here's the play. You want to evolve up to Diplin, have that as your active Pokemon, although it's not very high health, so it can get knocked out pretty easily. And you want to use this to draw a specific card every turn. I get it. I get it. Okay. I was looking at your amp. I was behind 40 minutes and didn't notice. Oh, wow. Oh, God, wait. The Stream Elements chat overlay. It's just extremely delayed. That is hilarious. No, wait. I am delayed. Yeah. Yes. Welcome to the future, Natty. Welcome to the future. That is very funny. You saw the race. I saw you chatting about I saw you in chat afterwards. I obviously can't watch the race stream because then I see my opponent and what they're doing. But I went in afterwards, said hi. So yeah, thank you for doing that. For all of y'all that went to Speed Gaming to watch that, thank you. I was so nervous. I also couldn't tell that you were there, I realized, because I couldn't look at the stream. But I absolutely appreciate y'all being there. There's going to be another race on Wednesday night. And I think another one on Thursday as well before stream, like at, I think we chose 5 p.m. So yeah, I should have done that closer to the stream because it's only a best of 1. It's not a, I thought these were best of 3s. I was incorrect. Now, are there any changes we can make? I have 7 grass energy, 7 psychic. Wow. And then those 2 special energies. Any changes we can make. So we don't have Eevee. We can't use either of these. I didn't get another Grookey, Thwackey, or Rillaboom, so I can't increase the number of those. I could throw Heracross into the mix, who's a pretty strong for just a basic Pokemon. Body Slam. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed, and then Seismic Toss. The downside is these are both very expensive attacks. So we won't be using Heracross. The whole one of the main points of this deck is that every single move, none of them are over 2 energy costs. Illimize, slowing Perfume. You can use the attack only if you go second and only during your first turn. That sucks. Shuffle one of your opponent's bench Pokemon and all attached cards into their deck. That's kind of great, actually. So the goal with this deck is to go second and somehow draw this in your first 7 cards. Not a crazy awesome card. Now this could get interesting. Teal Mask Ogerpon. As a wild card, right? Because it's a basic Pokemon, no evolution needed because it's a legendary, right? Mountain Stroll. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, put them in your hand, and then shuffle your deck. That's great. Ogre Comeback. This attack does 20 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So that is like Diplin's Do the Wave, but it has to do with how many benched Pokemon your opponent has. The downside here, though, is that Ogerpon cannot attack twice just because there's a festival, what is it? Festival grounds. So I think we'll add Ogerpon in. Sinistcha might be, if we had Sinistea, but Poltergeist rather. Do we have Poltergeist? Or Poltergeist? Poltergeist. It would be Poltergeist. We don't. We have Sunkern. Now we're not doing that. So let's, we can also look at Psychic as well. Here's another Pokemon with Festival Lead, which Thwacky can allow you to draw any card from your deck. And it can also use its attack twice. So this isn't as powerful though, because its attack only does 20 damage. Put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you put 4 damage counters. Not insanely good. But it could evolve into Slurpuff, which does flip 2 coins. This attack does 90 damage for each heads. If both of them are tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Okay, that's kind of interesting. If you flip tails twice, you don't get to do extra damage, but it confuses your other Pokemon. The worst outcome here is doing 180 damage because you flip 1 heads and then, well, no, the worst outcome I think is just confusing your opponent's Pokemon. But potentially doing 270 damage is not bad for a stage 1 Pokemon for 2 energy. I could add one of these and one of these as just an alternate potential win condition. But no, I think we're going to run what we brung so far. It's funny to get Eeveelutions and not have an Eevee in the deck or in the cards that we pulled. That's very funny. Dragapult EX we can't use because we did not get Dreepy or Dratcloak. So, oh well. Greninja EX we would need Fighting Energy and Frogadier and Froakie, which we don't have. But I would like to add in Teal Mask Ogerpon, so that means I need to take something out. Maybe we take out 1 Psychic Energy. We only have 1 Applin and 1 Diplin, though. And only 1 Pheasantipity. We will take out 1 Basic Energy. Psychic, rather. We're going to do that. And then for Pokemon, we're going to add in Teal Mask Ogerpon just in case. Now, if we had some water energy, Walking Wake could be pretty good. But that's a totally different, like, oh wait, then we have Ogerpon. Oh, that is Wellspring Mask Ogerpon EX, unfortunately. So we don't have the right energy for this. Torrential Pump. You may shuffle 3 energy, attach this Pokemon into your deck. If you do, this attack also does 120 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. That is more damage than it does to the active. That's crazy. Okay. All right, we'll skip that. We made this one change. We'll keep it. Rubu, what's up? Thank you again. No, real quick, were you doing tracking and comms, by the way? Supplies. Thank you for the supplies. That's fun. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I gotta hear how like y'all were reacting to my maybe stubbornness with Ridley. I'm gonna cringe at my own, like, because like you got to see how I am with movement when I'm like a little nervous, because which is a newer thing for me playing Super Metroid. I don't play in front of people that much, that game anyway. Where I'll have like awesome movement and then I'll just completely go herp derp and I'm bumping into stuff, and yeah, it's funny. It's a funny mix. We were all freaking out. Oh, that's great. Oh man, I want clips. I need to go make clip. I want to. Not the strongest showing on my part, but what are you gonna do? If that's gonna happen, it needs to happen on my first race ever, right? All right, you got it. Marco Paps. Chris, thank you for being in YouTube chat as well. Thank you. Okay. At 31 minutes. Okay. Wait. What happened? What doing? Why did they do this? Are they just like forfeiting everything to get to the prize at the end? I want to play the game. I forgot to start recording. Oh no, that's how long he had left. He was down to milliseconds. Oh, you also need to see Divine's Escape. It was nuts. I missed that sentence. Yeah, well, you know what? It's a free win. I guess I'll take it. That's crazy though. That is super cool. That I'm sure is going to get clipped and put into the but some of the crazy stuff that Ridley was doing, I need to like, I need people to understand how unlucky I was in some of that. Replicant versus Brayathor. Oh, sorry, Rubu. Because I have chat showing on YouTube as well, I have the auto mod like super strict. Yeah. Sure, I go first. I don't really want to go first, but yeah, because their AI auto mod is very strict. Apparently, people getting channels deleted and stuff. Did I get? Yes, I did. Yo, we got Applin to start. That's kind of cool. That was something that we wanted, right? But I don't have any. Okay, well, I don't have any grass energy. Guess I can put. Well, I can't do anything. Can I? I can do luminous energy. Oh, cool. Yeah, more psychic energy, please. Thank you. I can't even attack. I'm just going to lose this Pokemon and that luminous energy. Okay, good. I need that too. Attach basic energy card from your hand to this Pokemon. It doesn't have enough energy to do its attack anyway. 30 more damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. That is kind of scary. You were not a free win. Thank you. Thank you. Lightly smurfing, losing points on purpose to get to a lower rank. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, honestly, you know, I was telling WX earlier, like, I'm kind of glad something ridiculous happened like that in my first game. My first race. Give me 4. Give me 4. Yes, thank you. Drawing 4 cards. Let's go. I kind of wish well, I don't need it. It's fine. Okay. Can't do anything there. Oh! Oh! Wait. Can I not? I guess not. All right. 20 damage for each of your benched Pokemon. So there we go. And hold on, Festival Grounds is in play. I get to do it twice. 80 damage. I'm gonna potentially lose this Pokemon now, though. It's going away. It is going bye-bye. Because this is gonna do 30 more damage for every energy. So this is going to do an extra 120 damage. Yeah. Bye-bye. Enjoy your prize card. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Do I want it? Hold on. Let me glance at this real quick. No, I said glance at it. It wouldn't zoom in. I wanted to read the ability again. Okay. I need to get a Grookey. This sucks. This Adrena Pheromone is not going to work unless I get that special energy. I need it. And I used it too soon. That Ogerpon is pulling a lot of weight here. That's the one I wish I'd gotten. Yes, it was noteworthy. It fainted. It did. It's gone. It's gone bye-bye. This is not going as well as my first round. Yeah, this is going to do a lot of damage. Bye-bye, Pheasantipity. I wish I'd had a special energy so you could just nullify the whole attack. That ain't happening. Yeah, we're losing. It wouldn't be that big a mistake to just concede here. Like, they're going to... Yeah, thanks for another threat. Give me a Grookey. Okay. I got Tails. That could have saved me. That could have saved me. I'm not going to attach an energy. It just... Oh, I have to if I want to attack. Actually, I can take it out now. So that's cool. They lose a lot of energy. They lose their EX. And I get 2 prize cards. This could be... I could save this. Or not. Maybe not. I don't want to shuffle the whole hand into the deck because I would need Thwacky here, but it's... Wait, it's not my turn because I attacked. Yep, that's going to do it. Bye-bye. Good game. I mean, it was only... That's it. Because I have nothing on the bench, they automatically win. GG's. Thanks for the match. You're welcome. It's not a bad deck so far. It's not terrible. I can see the line. I see the line, but it is very limited, of course, by the 40 card limitation. Like I said, that one didn't go as well as my first round. Ha 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 ha. Reverse units versus Sprayathor. Okay, I think I want to go second. I keep thinking about that card that, like, only works if you go second and if you draw it in round 1. Oh. Oh, we have the right energy for this. Ooh, they have the Monkey Dory. That's such a good card. I probably shouldn't have done that just yet, but this isn't too bad because we get Buddy Buddy Poffin. Okay, retreat is only 1. So that's kind of cool, but I'll go ahead and... No, I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to it. We'll attack. It's only going to do 30. If I had one more energy attached, it would take out their Pokemon 100%, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ain't damaging me. Get that out of here. But I did get a damage counter, so that's cool. Wait, hold on. Okay. So it did put a damage counter on any Pokemon that has an ability. So that's a thing that happened. So yeah, that happened. Okay, we're going to draw cards first. Give me a heads. Ah, I get two cards instead of 4. This is going to be good right here. I hope they're ready. Because, yep. Bye-bye, Frostlass. Oh, I'm going to be... Yeah, no, bye-bye, Frostlass. See ya. That was, you know what? Good moves from me. Good moves. Pat myself on the back for that one. Ultra Ball. Okay. Ultra Ball... They conceded. Look at that. Look at that. You make some moves. They recognize, and it's over. That was a good round. That was a good round. Swapping in Diplin when I have 4 bench Pokemon doing 80 damage. It already had some damage counters on it. Done. And their attack line is kind of disrupted. So there you go. They weren't very happy with that. And they saw that 1 more bench Pokemon, and I was going to be able to be, again, it was going to be doing 100 damage each time for 1 energy. So... yeah, it was a smart concession there. IFYB 420 versus Brayathor. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Okay, so I did get a basic. And it's Ogerpon. This is good for moving energy around. That's good. But I need more basic Pokemon. And this is for evolution Pokemon. That's not good. This is not that great of a first hand. And they pull the Pheasantipity and the special energy. That is hardly ideal. Yes, thank you for another one of those. Okay, so I could do that. I don't need more basic energy, though. Do I even want to play this right now? Does it matter? Ugh. I need basic, not evolution. I guess we just attack. They don't have any... It's just going to do 20 damage. And I don't have 2 energy on there. So it's... I can't even... Sure. Okay. I don't know why I did that. Any of that. This was a really bad first draw. Like, really bad. 60 damage right off the rip there. Give me a trainer that... Okay. Well, it's at least another basic Pokemon. What does Tatsugiri do? Oh, that's good. Okay. And now I need an applin. Oh, I can't move it there because I just got that. Is it even gonna hit? No! God, it's not. Serendipity is so good. Deck thinning is good. You're right about that. Serendipity is such a pain. And now it's going to do 90 damage. Bye-bye, Ogerpon. I could be in the same exact situation because I'm not getting any basic Pokemon where I just run out of bench Pokemon and I lose. That's it. Okay. I'm about to lose all of these Pokemon. Let's put at least a basic energy here. Okay, so that's better health. I don't need more basic energy, but after I shuffle my deck, I probably will. Which I'm, not shuffle my deck. After I shuffle my hand in the deck, draw 5 cards. Are you, okay, good. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Looks like we're going Psychic for this one, everybody. I should have just pulled all Psychic cards so I can keep buffing up Serendipity. Monferno. Okay. Interesting. I did lose. I had Florges earlier and I lost it. Bye, Floette. Yeah, they're just burning through my Pokemon. I can't build anything up because Serendipity is strong here. Okay, no Grookey. Sure. Why would I want that? And now I have to shuffle the whole... Okay. We're shuffling it all away again. Basics, please. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm going to do 30 damage. Maybe. This one is frustrating. I'm not drawing anything good here. Yep, and I'm not doing any damage to that Serendipity. There's only a 50-50 chance of doing damage to Serendipity when it has this special energy on it or just a dark energy on it. No. Just do your... Oh, I guess they're not going to take me out immediately. But if they just put another energy here, that is 120 damage. Like, they could just end it right there if they have another of any energy. Just end it already. I should just concede. Yeah, we're going to concede. They're just playing... Like, if they had any basic energy at all, they could win it. And the odds with how many cards they had that they had a basic energy were good. They were just messing around too much. Okay. And I couldn't even block the damage because they didn't have the special energy on Serendipity there. So we won 2, we lost 2. One of them I didn't even... They just conceded immediately, so... Maybe they had a connection issue, too. Chef Boy RT93 versus me. Ain't nothing in that. After you. one basic Pokemon. Again. Neat. Oh, cool. That is more powerful than me. And it only needs 2 energy. Just completely knock Flabébé out immediately. Okay, good. I got another basic. That's nice. Which do I attach an energy to? This is a little difficult, but we're going to go ahead and do this. And then we're going to do this. If I got a rare candy, I'm going to be mad. Oh, good. Well. That I don't need to use yet. I hope they don't get that special energy because it gets plus 100 HP. It is weak to Psychic, so I do 20 damage instead of 10. We want to build up Psychic for this deck because it's a fighting... It looks like a fighting deck. This round will be epic. Oh, good. They only get a basic. I could use a couple Larrys in my deck, I'll be honest with you. They must have a lot of... Yeah, they were able to search for a basic, and then they were able to put 2 basics on their bench. Cool. This thing can immediately... Wait, they haven't put any energy on Okidogi. So they can't attack with Okidogi in the next turn. Sure. 80 damage. Only 30 health left unless they get the special energy and put it on Okidogi, which then it would get another 100 HP. We're thinking. We are thinking. Okay, so they have Thwacky. Now, they need... Well, the thing is, for them, they don't have a Pokemon out there that has Festival Lead. So the ability doesn't do anything for them. Ugh. Gee, are you serious? I don't need more energy cards, but thinning the deck is right. Is good. You are correct about that. But also, I can just knock out their Pokemon, which is what I'm actually going to do. Let's do that. Oh. It looks like they're not getting very good draws. Oh, nice. That's a great one. Okay. Pretty strong for... Yeah. Okay. Pretty strong for a basic. I would like Florges, though. Can we get Florges? Oh, never mind. It's going down because of Woodhammer. Although, at least it does 50 damage to itself. Oh. Wow. Get your prize. I would really like to get a trainer card that would let me do trainer card things. 100 HP left. Yep. Bye-bye, Grookey. Now I have a choice to make. Pheasantipity or Teal Mask Ogre Pawn. We'll go Ogre Pawn first so I can build up. Well, we'll see how it goes. That might have been the wrong move. Okay. I'm just not getting what I'm looking for here. And this is going to do too much damage, man. No. I should have pulled a grass energy so I could do Ogre Comeback. Well, it'll only do 60 damage. But that would have been enough to knock it out. Very dumb on my part. Very not smart. Very dumb. But they're going to kill it anyways right now, so. It will knock itself out, which is great. But whatever. It's all these little interactions. And even just basic things like I could have done in my next turn if Ogre Pawn survives a pretty good attack. But this one's getting knocked out anyways. 3 energy on this. Scorching Fire. Discard an energy from... Okay, all right. But you get knocked out too. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Sweet. Perfect timing. Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. Because... Bam. Now I had that 50-50 chance of not taking any damage at all. Okay. That's it. That's... I mean, all I have is this rescue board. I don't want to retreat anyway. We're just doing 30 damage. Scorching Fire will knock out Pheasantipity if I don't get heads on the coin flip. That's it. Game over. That's all I've got is that 50-50 shot. So we'll see. Come on. Come on. It worked so well for my opponent in the last round. It's got to work for me too. Please. Oh, please save me. Save me. Oh, yeah. Great ball. Cool. Come on. Heads, heads, heads. Let's go. Yes! Yeah! Feel the frustration. It's not what I wanted. That is not what I needed. And I don't need rescue board. I don't need to switch out. One more attack and I can take it out. So guess what that means, everybody? We got to survive with that 50-50 chance. One more time. Oh, Rillaboom is here. Okay. All right. But then again, it doesn't matter how much damage they can do. We can avoid all damage. We have a chance every time they attack to avoid all damage. Okay. All right. They're going to go for Woodhammer and do damage to themselves. Even if I take 0 damage. Heads, 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 heads. Yeah! Yeah! Take 50 damage, son. Oh, they don't get damaged if it doesn't hit. It doesn't do damage to them if it doesn't hit. Okay. Okay, I can't do anything with this. Now we're going to do 90 damage with this. Still, we're going to come down to the 50-50 chance again. It's got to work. It has to work. It has to work. We just need to knock out 2 Pokemon and we win. Come on. Come on. I know this is frustrating. I was frustrated last round too, okay? You're probably looking to see if you have anything like boss's orders, but you don't. Come on. Come on, let's go. No! Oh, I didn't die. Wait. Why didn't I die? Why didn't I die? Oh, they did drum beating. They did drum beating. They did the wrong attack. They did the wrong attack. Yes. Unless they did that on purpose and there's something that I'm missing. But now we do 120 damage. Rilla boom. More like Rilla bye. That does not help me. Oh, God, we got to do another coin flip. We got to do one more coin flip. One more. We can win this. We can win this. We can win this. Why did they do drum beating? Why didn't they knock out my Pokemon? They can't even do Scorching Fire. Oh, there it is. Yes, they can. Come on. Come on. Heads. Heads. No! We were so close. Wait. Why am I still alive? This has to be bugged. Oh, no, no, no. That's it. It's done. It's over. Okay. All right. That was a good game. That was a good game. That was excellent. My strategy, it was all working the way it was supposed to based on chance. It went, that was fine. Solar Holler, what's up? Welcome. That was fine. Rewired. Let's go. Illumise, another one of these. Okay, cool. Girder. Conkeldurr. Greninja EX. Me likey. Glimmet, Rock Shot. Discard an energy from this Pokemon. Okay, I already had that. All right. Well, okay. Okay. Cool. All right. That's just, okay. I think we might just collect all. Because that's just stuff from the deck. That's like, some of it is. Okay. Turdog, yo, what's up? Welcome. All right, I got that case, by the way, amazing. Which case was it again? I'm going to change this from just chatting to... Okay, Pokemon TCG Live. Done. Oh, I should have changed the title, too. Okay. I could just do a bunch of these. I have a lot of things. So, the Aeris C500 glass mesh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, it didn't lock out this time. Once you're in turn, you may attach a basic energy card, basic fighting energy, fire energy card, fighting energy card, or one of each from your hand to your Pokemon any way you like. So this is for propagating energy into your to your Pokemon. And we have this Okidogi, and we have both Pheasantipity and Okidogi here. So these special energies are the luminous energies are especially important because now it's not just for Pheasantipity, which is the one that has a 50-50 chance of blocking all damage, but for Okidogi, which has, I would say, an inferior ability of Adrena power, Adrena ability, whereas Pheasantipity has Adrena Pheromone, which can block all damage, but there's a chance of it. Okidogi just gets an extra 100 HP. Wait, and the attacks it uses do 100 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Never mind. This is actually superior because there's no chance involved. Okay. All right. I changed my mind. Let's open the packs. Oh, Tatsugiri, what do you do? Attract customers. Once your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck, reveal a supporter card you find there, and put it into your hand. I love it. I love that because I'm not getting enough supporter cards. How many supporter cards are in this? Caretaker, 1 Caretaker, 1 Nemona, 1 Perrin, and 1 Youngster. So 4 cards. Okay. The stadium you get is Community Center. Once during each player's turn, if they played a supporter card from their hand in this turn, they may heal 10 damage from each of their Pokemon. So Tatsugiri allows us to search the top 6 cards, and if there is a supporter card there, we can get it. And then we can also, if we play it, heal 10 damage from each Pokemon, as in the active and all of them on the bench, if I read that correctly. The energy is a little unfortunate because you have to have 3 different types of energy, but whatever. Infernape allows you to put energy out pretty quickly there. That's nice. Okay, let's open some packs. All right. Kadabra, Ninetales, Slugma, Venipede, Tomokazu Kamiya artwork on that, which is awesome. Kieran, another supporter I could add in. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, or during this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon do 30 more damage to an active EX. If there's an EX in the active spot. Ogre's Mask. If we get an Ogerpon, we can use that. Conkeldurr, Trevenant, Girder. We got an Ancient Screamtail EX, which is a Psychic energy type. Scream. You can use attack only if you go second and only during your first turn. So you have to draw. You have to go second. You have to draw Screamtail EX and a Psychic energy, or any energy actually, to do this. Your opponent can't play any supporter cards from their hand during the next turn. That's kind of cool, but it's like very circumstantial. Now, Crunch is kind of good because even though it does cost 3 energy, it discards an energy from your opponent's active. Cool. All right, next pack. What do we got? Slugma again. Shinx, Applin, Grookey, Palafin. I didn't read Palafin, but Palafin, you basically switch it back, and then when you put it back in play, if you have, well, oh no, if you have a Finnegan, you can upgrade it to I need to read it. Whatever. I'm just handheld fan. Lucian. Each player shuffles their hand and puts it on the bottom of their deck. If either player puts any cards on the bottom of their deck this way, each player flips a coin. If heads, they draw 6 cards. If tails, they draw 3. So 50-50 shot of ending up with just 3 cards in your hand. And both players have to do this. Not my favorite. Zapdos, nice, but I'm not running any lightning energy. You can paralyze with a coin flip. Thunderbolt discards all energy. That's not great. 190 damage for 3 energy, and then you have to recharge it up again over 3 turns, unless you have something managing to add energy. Illumise, Tangrowth, Litwick, Eevee, Rhyfort. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and discard any number of them. Put the other cards back in any order. Interesting. Boomerang energy. If this card is discarded by an effective and attack used by the Pokemon this card's attached to, attach this card from your discard pile to that Pokemon after attacking. Yo, that's kind of cool. If you have a Pokemon that loses energy when it attacks, it goes right back. So for that Zapdos, right? Mightyena and Palossand and Thwackey and Infernape. An extra Infernape in case I need that. Darumaka, so I do have fire energies. Maybe we get a Flareon? Melodic? Pheasantipity. Oh, boy. That's not for this deck, though. I don't think we got the right energy for this. Yeah. We didn't get that illuminated or whatever energy, so Pheasantipity is not going to work for us. I'm looking at PC power supplies. My Cooler Master V2 750 watt is getting really old, almost 10 years now. Turdog, I'll tell you, forget the Vetru, okay? Look for the Montech Century 2 in the 1050 watts. It is A-rated. It is very inexpensive, so it's not a real pricey power supply. And it also is fully modular. It is super nice. Just get that if it's available in Canada, which it should be. Oh, snap. Hold up. Okay. We got Ian Douglas, 736, rating with a party of 29. Let's go, nerds. What is up? I don't know why it's over there. I don't know why it does that. Ian Douglas, thank you for the raid. Oh, let me get a little shout out here. I don't know if Natty is here to do this stuff, but it's okay. Little shout out there. You were playing software and game development. Nice. But welcome. Thank you for the raid. Outcasted Wanderer, thank you for the first time chat. Welcome in. What's up, Lopta? How's it going? I don't know. Montech made PSUs. That's cool. Yes, the Montech Century 2 is like the GOAT of the current power supply market. It is so well priced. It is super highly rated, really well built, fully modular, and it is like 20 or 30% cheaper than most power supplies in terms of price per wattage. I'm serious. It is super good. That could be overstatement, though. 20 or 30% might be a bit much, but still. Decided not to get a new TFX PSU. Okay. But welcome in. It's got to be white. I have an all-white build. Get cable extensions. You'll be fine. Get some good quality cable extensions. But yeah, so tell me, Douglas, Ian, is it Ian? Is it Douglas? Hi. So what were you doing with the software and you said software and game dev, right? That's what it said. I help folks with resume reviews, tech interview, advice, live coding, etc. One of my folks recommended your channel. Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. What I do, well, I am a tech content creator, but mostly what I do in that regard these days is seethe. I seethe. That is what I do. That music is not appropriate for that conversation. Because my whole thing for the longest time was to help people find either pre-built PCs or help put together parts lists for a DIY build for people who are newer to PCs. Do I need to explain why seething and ranting is mostly what I do in regards to that facet of the market these days? But yeah, that's mostly what I would do. And so now what I do mostly on Tuesdays and Thursdays now, because Sundays I've been doing more gaming stuff, is I do that. It's called I call it PC Matchmaking. And yes, I do have a bunch of content like from the past on my YouTube channel under the same name. So like if you want to learn about pre-built system integrators, companies like that, I do a lot of talking about those companies. And I'll eventually get back to that content when I don't feel icky talking about that industry that has been completely overrun by AI, unfortunately. Just to be clear, I'm not a universal like AI hater. There are some I enjoy Doug content and Vettel and Neurosama and stuff like that. That's technically in the AI category, right? A lot of Doug stuff anyways, not all of it, but um, just most of it. Just most of it sucks. There you go. We'll leave it at that. But yeah. Anyways, now what I did to pivot is that I'm going into a segment that's actually growing in terms of content, which is Pokemon stuff. Both the TCG in terms of physical, also digitally and TCG live, and also Nuzlocke and things like that. Just because I've always really liked Pokemon, it just wasn't my niche. Well, my niche kind of sucks right now. The one that I've been in for years and years kind of sucks right now. I missed Computex this past week because I was just like, it's going to be 99% AI, and I could not stomach that. So I missed seeing my friends in Taipei this year, in Taiwan this year, and it makes me really sad because I got to watch their content coming out, and I was like, ooh, that FOMO, though. What is a Doug? Well, it's a Doug times 2. It's like 1 Doug, 2 Doug. Probably. I actually ditched my higher-end AMD rig with a 4090 and bought 2 Strix Halo systems for AI, etc. Well, don't take my like AI hating self as something as a slight to what you do. It's the corporations and the bubble that they've created. There is so much promising stuff in the realm of AI, and it's being completely overridden by like slop aimed at consumers that just doesn't need to exist. Like, AI is a promising technology. It really is. And there's some really cool stuff you can do. But the fact that corporate greed and all that stuff means that they're screwing over artists and doing all these other things can't be ignored, even if you are an AI optimist. Like, you got to pay attention to that stuff and just, make sure the messaging is like clear of like, hey, that stuff sucks. Here's the cool AI things, and that's what, I'm not there. There are some out there that are just, if it says AI, I don't want any of it, but like, I'll still go watch Neurosama and enjoy that. That's fun. But you said it was 2 Strix Halo systems. Actually, it's funny because Asus sent me one of their first Strix Halo devices, which was the Flow Z13. That thing is awesome. Strix Halo is nuts. It's really, really cool. My children like Pokemon. Good. That's awesome. It's like okay. Despite the fact that like you're capturing animals and making them fight each other, it's other than that, it's a pretty wholesome IP. So like, yeah. What did you think of CES, by the way? Do you mean CES in January, this past January? I did go to CES. Or are you talking about Computex that just finished up? Pretty happy with my PC setup right now. Still on my 5700 X3D and 7800 XT. Awesome. I'm happy to hear that, Turdog. 7800 XT, such a good GPU. And you're going to be getting the newer FSR on it as well, because they said they're going to finally make that software backwards compatible with 7000 and 6000 series Radeon GPUs. Sorry, I meant Computex, my bad. I meant to talk about this earlier. But yeah, that's why I got these machines, so I don't have to use their systems. I use it to automate things, and not really a fan of Gen AI and art, etc. Okay, cool. And agentic AI is also very concerning. And the fact that, of course, like, here's what I thought of Computex. Jensen needs to remember where he came from. He's always talking about Denny's, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about PC gaming. His actual origin. Where all this AI stuff came from. Where all these advancements in parallel processing came from. Graphics cards. But it was just a step. He's treating it like it was all just a little stepping stone to our dystopian AI future. And he's like, oh, people in the future, people aren't going to have PCs. PCs will be for agents. What do you mean? They don't physically exist. How are they going to need a PC right there like that? What do you mean? Dude has lost the plot. Man. That boss got lost in the sauce, man. Just done. He's just cooked. He needs to chill out, back up, and remember the consumers that got his company to where it is. Well, okay. That's not 100% accurate. And to be honest, like the reason they are like often on the company with the highest valuation, the corporation with the highest valuation in the world, mostly on these days, is because of their push into AI and their sort of faith in that. And Jensen being like, okay, DLSS, all right, then, and ray tracing, right? No, trust me on this. Frame gen, no, bear with me. And he was right. It was cool tech. I was never, I didn't hate frame gen. I thought it was cool because, games are getting harder to run. And, people be like, fake frames. Guess what? All frames are technically fake. Those aren't photographs you're looking at. They are being generated by something. Whatever. That's a whole other discussion. But that's what I think about what's going on over there. And a lot of Computex was that. But shout out to my fellow creators out there who were like, I'm going to talk about PC cases. I'm going to talk about CPU coolers. Y'all can keep your AI stuff. I don't want it. A lot of them were like that. Those are my friends. Yeah. Currently building software on a single core 32-bit Raspberry Pi Zero. Awesome, Lopta. That's awesome. That's cool. And sorry, Turdog. Yeah, AutoMod is very strict right now, and it has been for a while just because Twitch chat shows up on the YouTube stream as well, and YouTube's AI auto moderation has been having fun for the last year and a half or so, deleting channels for for just really stupid reasons. And when you want to appeal that, guess who you get to talk to? An AI agent. Isn't this great? Not to say that their support was all that great before when it was people, but still. Sorry, kidding. Google, YouTube, y'all are amazing. Wow, how about the Gemini? Wow. Jensen doesn't care about anything but money. Yeah. And drinking, apparently. There was a lot of... Apparently, he drinks a lot. Like, dude. You're one of the richest people in the world. Like, you need to keep it stable, man. A lot of people depend on you and your company. Relax. Sadly, it is a big issue. Indeed, it is. Until it crashes one day, then what? See, the problem is when you inflate a market and then you coerce and financially encourage, let's say that, governments into heavily investing in the bubble you created. When that bubble bursts, it's not just a market or an industry that can collapse, but it can be economies that collapse. And we're at that point. But then you see stuff like constituents in states refusing to have AI data centers built. Like, what is it, like something like half of the planned data centers are not going to get built? Yeah, that's at least a bit of a relief. May I call you Kratos? Yes, I want to print that PC case. Shout out to Raspberry Pi. You may call me Kratos. It's fine. That ain't me, but I realized I'm blocking my editing PC in the back, which is kind of and also with my mic arm too. I don't really need to have this up anymore and haven't ripped any packs for a bit. And I'm blocking it with this. Here. There, now y'all can see my PC back there. It's basically this guy. Pretty dope. Well, that's my editing PC, not my streaming one. Anyways. We have a history of repeating the same mistakes wrapped in profits. Well, yeah. They say money is the root of all evil, but really it's also the root of a lot of stupid too. Where customer service. Yeah. Gemini does my head in, lol. Can it not pop up randomly? Yeah, I'm gonna be like doing my searches on DuckDuckGo. Oh my god, now my channel's really getting deleted. Jeez. Anyway, I spoke to AI from Microsoft the other day for Office activation. Surprisingly, it was actually very good at its job. There are some applications where AI can work, and that is one of them. Why is that? It's because, hey, I have this software, and I have this key. Does it work? Yes. Thank you, AI assistant, because that's all it has to do. We got to keep it simple. Okay, Natty, I missed your speech earlier. I missed that earlier, but it's accurate though. You're right. It's also important to note that there are like actually extremely few actual AI, because AI is used now by your OpenAI and Anthropic and stuff. It's literally just a buzzword for an LLM, which is itself just a very fancy algorithm. It's exactly how so many businesses and companies got into the whole NFT crypto. Yeah, AI, the term has been completely diluted, which is why they have to do things like they have to add on they have to amend it, like Gen AI, agentic AI for AI agents, right? And Gen AI for generative AI. Like, it's not actual AI. It's not. There's still limitations. Like, but no, I mean, then again, people, you growing up, whenever you'd be fighting an NPC or something, or the computer, right? You call the AI on this thing is rough, man. It's really difficult. Empire of Noise, what's up? Welcome. Sorry I missed seeing you there earlier. I referred a guy on Panther. I referred a guy on X asking for advice for purchasing a pre-built PC, and make sure he knew to come on a Tuesday or Thursday, and to fill out a form and stick around and chat. Thank you, Panther. I hope I'm able to help them. Surprise. I'm starting to fall behind on chat. I apologize. And we'll get back to TCG live here in a bit. I should actually rip some packs. I hadn't done that in a bit. If anyone's interested in me ripping Pokemon packs, because I do have some things to rip. I did do pretty well in the last 5 rounds, I guess, but whatever. Tad bit monopoly position. Yes, feel the same. Where new jobs. The problem is, listen to this. Well, there's a reason I'm falling behind on chat. It's because you guys are bringing up good stuff, and I like to comment on it. But right now, the job market is actually growing rapidly. Like, the job market is actually doing really well. If you just look at numbers, like job numbers, the problem is that most of them are lower paying jobs, entry level or service jobs or things like that. The higher paying jobs in the tech, in the tech sector at least, are being squeezed out they're being pushed out for AI. The best part about this, if there's any silver lining, the silver lining is, and this doesn't help the people who lost their jobs, people who had been at some of them, who had been there for a very long time and all that, right? The silver lining is all these CEOs finding out how expensive tokens are. Oh, the Schadenfreude is delectable here. Wait, AI costs money? Yes! That's why there's so many companies that want to sell it to you. Genius. And it's turning out that it is costing more than the people they fired. Tasty. We love that. Except it doesn't help the people that got fired. Half the AI data centers planned aren't getting built. Yes. And a whole county in California banned data centers by vote. And that's happening more and more frequently. Data centers have to take all the energy, and meanwhile, our energy bill goes up times 10. Need to be green living. Okay, force electric cars. So here's the thing. Shout out to that bee. Thank you. I've been DuckDuckGo for a while now. Lopta. That's wisdom right there. Shout out your PC. That is that bee as well. Yes. Come on, Jensen wants to charge $5,000 for an RTX 5090 Super. Doesn't just want to. They are doing it. $4,000 anyway. His K95 is sick. What? Hold on. I'm getting like a million texts right now. I got to see what this is. If it's something critical. Seems like it would be. Okay. It wasn't, but it's okay. I mean, it's critical in that we're going to eat after stream, even if it's late. Okay. RAM and SSD is going to be pricey quickly, just runs up. Well, it's already RAM is stabilized and it's dropped a little bit, but it's still out of reach for a lot of people who just were planning on doing like, I don't know, $120 upgrade to 64 gigs is now like $700 or something. I don't know, that's stupid. Or I guess 64 gigs used to be like 160, 170. So meaning RTX 6090 would be like $7,000. If they ever make one, why would they need to? They don't need to make hardware anymore. At least not for consumers. If it says GeForce on it, they're not interested. Gotta keep my heart at 3.5 inch hard drives. Yeah. Okay. I used to have a job. Lopta, did you get replaced with AI? If so, I'm very sorry to hear that. AI downgraded so hard. Yes, the tokens have for business. They have the OG AI. Yes. Dang, that will boomerang backfire. Haven't there been numerous cases of company fires employee for AI, finds out AI costs a lot, has to rehire employee for a higher salary? I'd like to think so. I hope so. In other words, I can't build more housing cause data centers took the electric network, GDWP. I don't want to misquote anything, but there is a town. Was it in Colorado? I can't remember where it was. Where like there's not going to be enough electricity for residents and people are going to have to move. But the data centers, oh, they're good. I have two PC systems with 128 gigs of DDR5 in each. I'm debating selling the RAM to pay off my mortgage. You could even maybe get enough for another down payment on another house. Why not? I think RTX 6000 series will be our last consumer series NVIDIA makes. No, I don't think so, Solar Holler, because there are the death knells of the bubble, i.e. CEOs finding out how much they're getting ripped off for by the AI companies. CEOs don't like that. They like to be the ones doing the ripping off. So that should tell you everything you need to know. NVIDIA, if they're smart, which I used to think they are, and I mean, when it comes to making money, if you judge intelligence by money-making ability, they're geniuses, right? And obviously, in the sense of technology, they're far beyond any of their competitors, if any other companies could be called such, AMD, Intel, and then some Chinese GPU manufacturers that are coming out, right? NVIDIA, you have to understand, is a weird company to be the highest, the company with the highest valuation in the world. They don't manufacture. They're a design company. They design chips and make software and firmware. They're like, that's it. It's all, the silicon is TSMC and yada, yada, yada. Like, they're not a manufacturer. But they get the biggest cut of everything that has their name on it, period. And they can charge, because they were first in it and like they're ahead of everyone because of that, they can charge whatever they want for any company that wants to be ahead of the game. And when it's a booming industry, even if it's a temporary boom, if it's a booming industry like AI, that is an unknown quantity to many of the people making the money decisions at these companies that are buying hardware. They can charge whatever they want. They set the market, which is why the market prices on everything are so high. And then, of course, you have the RAM companies. I'll probably fudge the numbers here a little bit. RAM manufacturers are not, they're setting profit records that are so insane, unless somehow the sort of the exponential growth continues, which is just all being pushed towards AI. I can't see, there's going to be market saturation eventually. Okay, it'll happen. They're never going to break these records. They're never going to break these records. It is so insane that because the people working in manufacturing at Samsung and SK Hynix are a union, they're unionized. The unions come together. There was a strike at Samsung and all this stuff happened to where each employee in on the manufacturing line for RAM should be getting a bonus of like $500,000. For SK Hynix, it's even higher, which is why the Samsung employees went on strike, because SK Hynix employees may be getting a bonus of around $900,000 per employee. And that is a fraction, like 10, 15%, maybe, of the profits that they have made with the AI boom. Those numbers, how can we even question why Samsung and SK Hynix and Micron, of course, would make these decisions? They would have been decimated. Any of the big three that did not would be decimated by the competition, the other two. They would have been. It doesn't mean I have to like what they did, but we can acknowledge that, yeah, this is the reality of the situation. You want RAM? You would buy 1 kit of RAM. Sorry. That does not put you high on the priority list. It just doesn't. In 2020, 2021, 2022, during the big boom of PC gaming, when so many people were buying stuff, literally the boom that built my channel on YouTube. Yeah, they wanted that. They wanted those money dollars. They wanted the consumer money dollars. Okay. We ain't it anymore, Chief. I do want to mention Ian Douglas. Which one is it, by the way? Should I choose Ian or Douglas? Either way. It's funny that I mentioned Doug, right? If you like, I appreciate you hanging out. I do know what it is to raid out and then be tired. So if you got to take a screen break or like just chill, or like if you got to, I understand, and I appreciate you trusting me with your community, by the way. I don't feel like I communicated that properly before. But yeah, Ian, got it. Okay. NVIDIA profits are probably net profits. But remember when Intel was the biggest for a while? Look what happened. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, they can't really just like act like this is going to be forever. And when the AI boom bubble, and when the AI bubble bursts, if NVIDIA doesn't have a pivot to keep those numbers high, their fall from being that top company will be like, they're not going to hit terminal velocity. They're going to blue shift. That's how fast their valuation will fall. Because it is insanely inflated right now. Yes, they're making a ton of money. Every minute, they're making more money than you'll ever see in your lifetime, of course. But nothing gold can stay, pony boy. Probably dated myself with that one. As if the bald head and beard didn't already, and gray beard didn't already do it. A mailman. Nobody wants to be one because GPS track and need to be in time doesn't weigh up against the policies. And yeah, AI automating it all is tough, but wonder what the future jobs will be for next gen. If you want to talk about AI automation and why, like, my thing about AI is this was too soon. Like, there was cool. I was actually an enthusiast. Like, I was really enthusiastic about it at first. And then the shareholders went nuts, and if it didn't have AI in the product name or the company name or something like that, they didn't like it, and stock values would fall. It was too soon for that. Maybe a couple of years too soon. Agentic AI in 2028, 2029 would probably have been way better. What happened now because of this is that they saturated the market so much and the public awareness so much that consumers do not want AI. Think about this. I heard a comedian talking about, it was Adam Conover, I think, was talking about this. Adam Conover, awesome human being. I think it was him talking about this. Maybe somebody else. Adam Conover is still awesome regardless. You know, Adam ruins everything. That guy. I don't know if he's still a follower of my Twitch channel, but he was it was like my first follower where I was like, why does this person follow me? He wasn't my first follower. I'm just saying, it's the first follower I saw where I was like, that's Adam Conover. What the heck? Anyways, regardless. Said this. When someone says about a picture or a video, this looks AI generated. This looks like AI. Do they mean that in a good way? No. They mean it looks bad or creepy or wrong in some way. That is the public perception of AI as a whole. Like all of it lumped into one. The public perception is that it makes things that are bad or wrong looking or just eh. You have a favorite Chinese GPU company? I don't know enough about them to venture a guess. There's like 2 that have made news here, but hey. Just remember that. If you're ever wondering what the public opinion of AI is in a general sense, remember that when people compare something or they presume that it was made by AI, they mean it is bad in some way or another. I would buy an AI vacuum and lawnmower. I mean, the lawnmower thing, look, they'll slap AI on an automated lawnmower. That's an algorithm, okay? It's an algorithm. It's not AI. It's just an algorithm. It's just video and like, it's not that new. I like how children my son's age are saying that's AI to mean something that's absolute garbage. Exactly. The seeds that they have sown here are a negative view of AI as a consumer product, and that will last for generations to come because it was years too soon. Good job, Jensen. Anyways, I should mute this because I want to rip some Pokemon packs to make myself feel better. You see what I'm talking about, though, Ian? This is what I'm talking about. Why I have not been making tech content. I don't like making negative YouTube videos. My whole thing was that when I started doing this, when I started doing pre-built, what was it? SI Weekly was the show where I would just talk about system integrators and pre-builts every week. And I would show deals and talk about different PC building companies and what their strengths and weaknesses are and the deals they have and stuff like that. That at that time, there was still this broad sort of belief, at least in the PC community, building community and stuff like that, that all pre-builts are bad. And if you don't build your own PC, you're not a true gamer. I came in and I said, all pre-builts are computers. And just like any other product, there are good ones and there are bad ones. Instead of writing them all off, which doesn't help the 70% or so of new PC owners that bought pre-builts. 70 to 75% go with pre-builts. This is year to year, give or take a few percent. It doesn't help them out, does it? To just say they all suck because they're going to buy one anyway. So you take your time, you look at reviews. We now have in our community dedicated channels for different system integrators, and it's real buyers from the community sharing their experiences. Much better than some Amazon reviews or whatever. Anyways, I spent all those years building up a positive view of that industry. Not like blindly positive. I still made a few pieces about companies that were bad. Those were a little bit of fun, but not everything I wanted to do. If I cover the industry right now, I don't think I'll be able to do it without getting intensely negative. Intensely negative. So I'm like, I can wait a bit. Either this will continue, it'll still be kind of for a while, and I'll deal with that. I'll learn how to deal with it in a healthier way, or it'll get better. And I'll be like, all right, I'm back. Let's find the deals. It's just they're like, I find pre-built deals from reputable PC building companies. There are no deals to be had. They're all overly priced. Like when someone comes in and gets a PC matchmaking session, it's free. I mean, I say get it. I mean, they sign up, they fill out the form, whatever, and I help them one-on-one on stream. When they do that, I'll find the best deal I can, but does that mean it's a good one? Yeah, it's kind of impossible with the market as it is. It's same with car research. Yeah. I mean, you remember with COVID when you couldn't buy a used car? Years too soon and too fast for profit driven by greed. There you go. Yep. CDN Dave, what's up? I like that emote, by the way. All right. I don't want, like, I am happy to have someone from like the science and tech side come in so that I could talk about it a little bit. It is cathartic. I tend to sort of just like ruminate and marinate in these thoughts like too much because I don't want to be negative on stream all the time, so I don't talk about tech that much. But this has thankfully been the Pokemon thing. You want, like, people complain about the Pokemon market. Yeah, I'm coming from the PC hardware market, okay? Like, this, not nearly as bad. Not nearly as bad. Thank you very much. Okay, but this has been sort of a way to, I don't know, do something that makes me feel a little better. Foolish Twitch, welcome. How's it going? Sniff the booster, please. It's polite of you to say please, but I'm going to go ahead and politely decline. Oh, hey, your stream has a TCG live drop enabled. That's neat. I didn't get the notification when I got here first. Oh, cool. Oh, sorry. I didn't pause the ad. Okay. Of course. Shortly after we get people in, well, at least we can get ready for this. Hold on. I am going to come here real quick and do this. Okay, since there's some new people here, the reason if you see me do that, it's because I have the unfortunate habit of vaping, which stopped me from smoking tobacco, which is good, right? But I don't want to show myself doing that on stream, and you know, sometimes I don't know how impressionable you might be, or maybe if you have other people around and you're watching, I don't want someone to look at me and be like, that guy is the definition of cool, and he vapes, so I should too. No, don't do it. It's not a good habit. It's also expensive, and things cost enough as it is. But here where I live, Pokemon card full packs are like $170. What? 15%? Yikes. Yeah. Ad should be over now. Do Gengar first. I'm going to go. Gengar. I greatly prefer Gengar over Clefable, so we're going to go Clefable first. We're doing a versus. And if you hear me do a video intro, it's because we are building up for a Pokemon channel tons and tons of recorded content to make shorts and some long form videos as well. That on YouTube is going to be Brayathorn EX. My regular channel is just Brayathorn. That's the tech channel that hasn't seen a new video since, I don't know, right before Ramageddon happened. But yeah, so it's going to be Brayathorn EX. If you like Pokemon pack ripping and collecting and all kinds of stuff, I have a unique way of approaching building a Pokedex that I think is pretty cool that nobody else has done. So yeah, let's do this. Can I have a signed Dugong Gong Gong? Well, if they ever make that Pokemon, do you think they're gonna make another evolution for Dugong, and they're gonna make it like they did with Dunsparce, which became Dunsparce? Everything worthwhile is expensive. I'm not reading books. There you go. I got you. There you go. Brandon Sanderson, if you don't already, and if you like fantasy. Brandon Sanderson and the Cosmere. There you go. Cool. Your whole room is like Gengar. Well, purple is kind of, I mean, this is our mascot. Guess what the mascot's name is? Mascot's name is RGB. Should be a Pokemon. Seriously. And no, you know, I mean, I do like, okay, Natty, don't get mad. Bug type is cool, but flying electric would be cool too. You just go with that. Okay. I should actually zoom out for the beginning of this. And also I should straighten this out. Is this better right here? Yeah. Okay. I was actually recording all of that, even just the tech discussion, because I was recording the TCG live play. That's unfortunate. So it's going to be a big file right there. Okay. It's time for a showdown between Mega Clefable and Mega Gengar. We got two Pokemon tins here, and we're going to open both of them, and we're going to see which of these two Pokemon, I'm not going to say favorites here, but which of these two Pokemon has the better pulls in it. Wait, I pulled the wrong one. Favorite right here, not Clefable. There you go. I'm calling it. I think Mega Gengar is going to be the winner here, but hey, let's open these up. And for this video, first, we're going to open up the Mega Clefable, and in the next one, it'll be the Gengar. And we'll see who wins at the end of that one. All right. If you don't want to miss that other one, get subscribed or hit follow if you have not already. It is time to open up this Mega Clefable tin. I actually didn't pay attention to what packs are in these. But okay, we're about to find out together. There is, of course, the promo card. Sorry, I just got to rack focus here real quick. There we go. There, of course, is the promo card, which is a Mega Clefable EX. Very cool. And this, of course, is going to have 2 packs of Chaos Rising and 2 packs of Perfect Order. I've opened up a lot of each of those, but I still have cards missing from both of those sets. So let's see what we get. Let's go ahead and sleeve this guy right here. Why not? I don't want to damage this. I don't like this packaging, by the way. There we go. There's that Mega Clefable EX. All right. Let's do Perfect Order first, because that is the last set. It's not the most recent one. What would I be chasing from Perfect Order? From Perfect Order. Oh, hold on. Let me fix this real quick. What would I be chasing from Perfect Order after opening so many? Well, I still want the Mega Starmie EX, okay? It's the coolest Starmie card they've ever printed, and I really like Mega Starmie. I think it's awesome. And ridiculous. There's lore to that thing. All right. Let's just... Okay. All right. Pack number 1 of 2 of Perfect Order. Let's see if we can get that first pack magic. Furfrou, Tyrant, Servine, Clefairy, Tarragon, Diggersby, Lumio City, Snorlax Reverse, Aromatisse Reverse, and Tyrantrum Hollow. Okay, nothing crazy from Perfect Order there. Clefable, you're going to have to do better than that. Okay, second Perfect Order pack. Mawile, Rattata, Honedge, Spinarak, Barbaracle, Raticate, Rose's Encouragement Part 2, Reverse, Crushing Hammer Reverse, and Luxray Hollow. Nothing. Because the reason I say nothing, I am not one of those, like, I don't, and not to call anybody out or anything, I'm not one of those people who open Pokemon packs and only care about the cards that are worth a lot. That's not what I'm about here. It's just that I've already opened a lot of Perfect Order, and the only things that I'm missing are certain full art cards. I have every common and uncommon and rare, essentially, every holo, all of that. So that's why I'm like, hey, Give me something full art to illustrate. There's a couple illustration rares and SIRs that I don't have yet. Now, Chaos Rising is the same situation. This is, at the time of recording, the newest set. Let's see what we get here out of these 2 packs, and if the Mega Clefable tin brought anything to the table that isn't common, uncommon, or rare. What do we got? 2 packs, 2 chances. Kakuna, Flaffy, Froakie, oops, my bad. Vulpix, Prism Tower, Meowstick, Great Hall Net, Zubat Reverse, Prism Tower Reverse, and a Bubbly Energy Hollow. All right. Other than our promo card, we got nothing above a rare here. So I can't believe I saved the Mega Pyroar pack art for last, but hey, we will take it. Okay. Phantump, Braixen, Mareep, Donphan, Garbodor, Tauros, Deoxys, one of the like 4 different Deoxys types in this set. Flaffy Reverse, Mareep Reverse, and Beedrill EX. This is actually great. This is actually awesome. And the reason is, I so far, out of all the Chaos Rising that I ripped, oops, there we go. Out of all the Chaos Rising that I ripped, I've pulled, I think, 2, maybe 3 Beedrill EXs. You have to look at the attack, though. Because I sometimes play the game, too, okay? I'm not just collecting these. Rumbling Bees, 110 times, right? This attack does 110 damage for each of your Beedrill and Beedrill EX in play. So if you get 1 of these in the active spot and 3 on the bench, 440 damage. Really, you just need 3, because 330 damage will kill most EX and Mega EX as well. So that is a deck that I'm wanting to build. I needed this. So I'll take that. But technically, that is only 1 hit from the Mega Clefable tin. I feel like the Mega Gengar tin is going to come in and decimate that. So stay tuned for the next one. Again, get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already. And see you soon. Let's see who wins it. Okay, that's that one. That was pretty sad. Pretty sure there's nothing that I added to my Pokédex here. For those who are new here, to let you know what I'm doing and why I said I have a unique way of building my Pokédex, is that I wanted to pursue building a full Pokédex the same way a trainer, like the character in the video game does, in any of the mainline games. Because that was most of my experience with Pokemon, was like playing the games and also watching the show with my kiddo and stuff, and enjoying that greatly. And if you're a trainer in the game, you have 3 ways of getting Pokemon. By catching them, that's us ripping packs, right? Catching them ourselves, right? Hold on. So you can catch them. You can also trade other trainers for them. So I can go to a card show and do trades, and that's another legit way to add to my Pokédex if I want a specific card for it. And the last way is the one that is fun. Promo cards, like the one that was in here. Those count because Game Freak will often have promo codes that get you actual Pokemon that you can put on your teams or have in your PC, or add, and then it does add to your Pokédex if you didn't have that Pokemon already. So it is legit. And that is what at first I called the trainer method. But my kiddo convinced me to call it the Braythorn method. I don't think that name will take off, but the trainer method I think will. Now, is it cheap to do it this way? Hopefully it gets cheaper. I mean, the Pokemon Company International bought a 1.27 million square foot printing facility. Okay. That should be up and running in late 2027, maybe early 2028. So it'll get cheaper. And this is kind of evergreen content. I know the Pokemon creators that I watch, I go back and watch their old stuff. So hopefully other people will do that with me when that time comes around. But when you look at trading and things like that, it does make it cheaper to do it. You know, because you will get dupes and things like that, duplicates and all that. But anyways, it's a fun way to do it in general, I think. Okay. In our last video, we had the Mega Clefable tin here that is going up against this Mega Gengar tin. And it was just the promo card and one EX that we pulled from those 4 packs. So I think it's going to be pretty easy in this versus here for Mega Gengar to take it home. Let's find out right now. Fun fact, I didn't pull the Mega Clefable tin came with a Mega Clefable EX card as a promo. And of course, appropriately, the Mega Gengar one comes with a Mega Gengar EX promo card. Fun fact, I didn't pull much of either of those other than I think I pulled 2 of the special attack rare Mega Gengar EXs and an SIR of the Mega Clefable EX, which I wouldn't use an SIR in a deck, really. Unless it somehow the price collapses on those and it's like $1 or something. But yeah, so now I have the regular cards to put into a deck if I so choose. All right, and just like with the last tin, we're gonna have 4 packs here, with 2 of those being Chaos Rising and 2 of them being Perfect Order. And just like in the last one, we are gonna open Perfect Order first. All right, pack number 1. Okay, Bunnelby, Pokemon Catcher, Nosepass, Snivy, Luxio, Raticate, Pokepad, Jaw Fossil Reverse, Meowstic Reverse, and a Rocky Energy Hollow, which is... I have a lot of those. So they're cool until you get 4 of each of the special energies. I have more than that. So, yeah. All those special energies, though, in the current meta are really cool, though. I like them. All right, pack number 2 of Perfect Order. Can we get a hit here? I have every single one of the commons, uncommons, and hollows. So I would really like to get something I don't have yet in the form of a full art card, because there are a few of those I don't have yet. Jacinth, Barbaracle, Dugong Reverse. I believe Dugong was mentioned earlier. Pokemon Catcher Reverse, and Growing Grass Energy. Okay. All right. Well, so much for that. Mega Gengar ain't really pulling the weight here. Well, we still have 2 more chances. We could get a tie. We could get a tie. I'd like to see 2 hits come out of here. 2 hits. Come on. Gengar, you are better in my estimation. You can beat. I saw something. I peeked something there by accident. Braixen, Mareep, Donphan, Wimpod, Special Red Card, Avalugg, Sudowoodo, Stunky Reverse, Bergmite Reverse. I did see something there. Something. Okay, Cobalion EX. All right. That's a hit. So now it's tied. And with that, there is 1 chance for Gengar to win it. Are we feeling lucky? To be clear, I am biased toward Gengar. You might have noticed I like the color purple. Maybe? I don't know. Perhaps? No? Okay. All right. Last pack. Come on, Gengar. Bring it home, buddy. Breakson, Mareep, Donphan, Wimpod, AZ's Tranquility, Skuntank. I feel it. I feel something big here. Deoxys, Goomy Reverse, Crobat Reverse, and the final card and the potential tiebreaker is a Magnetic Energy Hollow. Come on. Hold on. Actually, this is fine. I don't know why it auto-modded that. Okay, well, guess what? It's a tie. Except that this card is better. So I'm calling it Gengar wins, okay? It's my video, and I get to choose. And if that seems unfair to you, you should let me know in the comments. Okay, that's it for this one. Get subscribed, rate, follow if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Man, are you kidding me? These are like, they're like identical. One EX, and you know, whatever. Y'all were there. You saw. You saw it. You were there. I'm just playing the TCG live music in the background because I've been sitting on the screen forever. We'll get into the game here in a second. Those tins were pretty lame. I'm not gonna lie. That was funny. That was funny. Trainer method, legend, Braythorn method is the real way. Thank you. I'm just going back a little bit to see. Braythorn method sounds cool. Yeah, I was also thinking the Thorn method would be kind of cool, but then it's like, what does that mean? Or the Bray method. But I think the whole name. Let's do it. Why not? Oh yeah, fun. Chill mode. You said that it's like a big collection, right? I think I'm missing like maybe 60 Pokemon to finish the Pokedex. A lot of them are like common cards, but that's the fun thing about it is even when I have all 1,025 Pokemon collected, I can still keep adding to that or upgrading it rather. Besides which, when Champions comes out, that's going to add. I don't know. I'm thinking they're going to go over 100 in added Pokemon, maybe more. That's going to mean a bigger Pokedex. Three special energies ain't no way. That way, apparently. What time is it right now? Okay. I think, man, I should have played this other. Okay, let's at least play a couple of games in this. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's okay though. Why? Stream Elements, why you do this? Hold on, we're doing that again, just so it looks better. If it will look better. Yes, thank you. I guess I had to load the thing. I actually meant to come over here. Okay. It's like I have to do every transition once for it not to look really stupid. Okay, we'll do a couple rounds here before I finish it off, because I meant to do more of this. I totally forgot how my deck works. I think it said Rio Canoe. Yeah. Rio Canoe 1 versus Braythorn. I usually do that when that screen pops up, but I missed it. Okay, they get to choose. Okay. I was half hoping they were going to do the same thing as the last time I did one of these. And they're doing like smurfing and then they like quit right away. But oh well. Okay, we started with Okie Dokie. I hope we get that special energy. That'd be cool. Okay, they took a mulligan. Yep, there's no basic Pokemon there. I'll draw a card. Infernape. That doesn't help me none at all. That does not help me. I needed this. This is what I needed. I needed Chimchar. So we have the same deck, probably. They can't even do anything because it takes 2 energy for that 20 plus damage attack. What does it do? Flip a coin. If heads, it does 20 more damage. Okay. Okay, so Perrin lets me reveal up to 2 Pokemon in my hand and put them into the deck. If I do search a deck for up to that many Pokemon, reveal them, put them in your hand. That might be perfect. I can also do a Great Ball as well to pull and look at the top 7 cards, reveal a Pokemon there, put it in my hand. Okay, so. Okay, we're going to put this. We're going to run Perrin here, and we're going to give away, we're going to get rid of Infernape and Floette, I guess. And then I get to pick 2 basics. So this time we'll get Chimchar. Oh, and Pheasantipity would be good. Oh, Tatsugiri. Tatsugiri, yes! That's actually perfect. Because Tatsugiri's ability, attract customer. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is the active spot, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck. So it's Great Ball all over again. Well, we'll go ahead and use Great Ball, I guess. Here, let's put this here. I should have waited. Oh, it's not going to do enough damage to me anyways. We'll do Great Ball. Cool. So then next round I can evolve Chimchar. Okay. For those who don't like, to be clear, I am new to this. This is like my 2nd time playing TCG Live. I'm new to the TCG as well. I've only gone to like 1 event, but oh, 40 damage. Not bad, actually. Pretty good job there. Not too bad. If I get that energy though, it's going to be a 230 HP Pokemon. I didn't get it. However, this thing is going to be gone in the next turn. So let's see. You, okay. It doesn't really do a whole lot. That, I need 2 fighting energies to use. That sucks. Shuffle your hand into your deck. Let's do that. There's only 2 cards at that point. Yes! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Bam! Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. Oh, we're cooking. We are cooking. This is a quick deck. Or it can be, if you draw correctly. Oh, that's rough, buddy. My girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy. All right, let's see how this goes. Could be interesting. There you go. When the deck works the way it's supposed to, yeah. And it all comes down to those trainer cards that I pulled. So yeah, all luck, 100%. Luck of the draw, as they say. This one could go terribly, like if we get bad pulls. So we'll see. See how it goes. Thank you. Appreciate that, Chris. Thank you. I think I want to go second with this deck. I feel like that's better, but I could be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know. I'm always up in the air about that. Okay, well, we got him on Inferno. Oh, no, that's a stage 1. Duh. So I have to do a mulligan. That's too bad, because I did get Nemona, which is just free 3 cards. And they're rare candy. I could have gotten up to Infernape real quick with that. Yeah. Oh, really? Starting with Flabebe? This is not what we want. This is not what we want. It'll have to do, though. Okay, they did real good with their first draw. And it's another person who has the same deck as me, I believe. So, yeah. You imagine Zuko's thought process during that? My girlfriend turned to the moon. Okay, that's weird. But at the same time, We're in a world where spirits are a thing. I literally bend fire. I dance with dragons with the avatar, and also I was literally there when it happened. That's rough, buddy. Yeah, best line from Prince Rufio. I mean Zuko. Okay. I can use this. This is excellent. This is exactly what I needed right here. So, what we can do is we put an energy on Flabebe with the anticipation of retreating. Because we get to pick which card we want to come out. And I will say, Okidogi did great, but Tatsugiri might be the move because of the move Attract Customers. Once during my turn, if it's in the active spot, I may look at the top 6 cards of my deck, reveal the supporter card I find there, and put it in my hand. We're going Tatsugiri. I don't have any supporter cards. What do you mean? Are they all in my prize cards? Oh, that's just super unlucky. All right, well, sure, I guess. We'll just ditch the whole hand. That's crazy. Wait. Oh, it's only the top 6 cards. I'm an idiot. It just wasn't in the right spot. But look at this. This is actually really good. Look at that. Okay. And look, I can't do that because I already did a supporter. So, okay. Sure. I forgot that it's only the top 6 cards. I was like, are they all in my prize cards? Oh, no. Yeah, no. It's just I only looked at the top of the deck. Nice. I'm going to be able to... we're just mirroring each other in some ways here. Except I do have that Chimchar. What does Perrin do again? Yeah, reveal up to 2 Pokemon in your hand. Put them in the deck. Yeah, that's right. Swap out 2 Pokemon for other 2 Pokemon. Let's do this first and get that supporter card because it might be better than Nimona. Yeah, wow, that's a lot of energy. The Great Ball is going to be cool. That'll be cool in the next turn. Oh, it's going to get shuffled. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Let's draw 3 cards. Oh. I got rid of the Infernape that I could have used with the rare candy, but we can at least evolve Monferno. That's fine. Wait. Oh, yes. Actually, I can do this. Yeah. Once your turn, flip a coin. If head, switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. Do I want to do that? No, I want to take out the Tatsugiri so they can stop drawing those. We're keeping the luminous energy in case we get... Yeah, I don't want to switch a Pokemon right now. That'd be doing them a favor if I brought this one up. Okay. We're going to call that there. I do need those. I do need energy, though. I do need energy cards. Bangarang. There you go. That's the thing. There you go. So even though things are going similarly for us, they're doing better on having energy assigned to their Pokemon. I have 1 fire energy on Monferno. That's it. Oh, they retreated. That's rough. Bye, Tatsugiri. That's rough, buddy. Wait. No. Wait, what do they get? Did they get tails? Okay, they got tails. Okay. See, I could put Florges up here, but it would just get shot. Because I can't put 2 energy in the next turn. So instead we go Floette. And I keep the Florges for when Floette gets knocked out. Although I could chop, but that's not enough damage. There we go. Floette, get up there. Now I could use this because I need energy. So I put 1 energy on Floette, which I will lose. But then I get to search my deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and put them in my hand. Just so I have energy. And it is colorless, so it can be any energy that I want. This sucks because I don't have any other trainer cards, but... I need 1 more fire energy for Heat Blow, or whatever Infernate does. Yeah, they're managing their play a lot better than I am. Yeah, not the coin, though. That ain't going well. What happens is they flip a coin. If they get heads, they can choose what Pokemon comes up. Oh, man. What do I want to do here? Okay. Don't worry. We got this. I think. I can't attack with this, but like... still something. Now, if I get heads here, that'll be good. Get heads. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Damn. Okay. Well, we're just chilling then. We're not doing anything. And we're going to not lose our Pokemon, but it still sucks. I guess I'll play the community. No, I don't want to do that. They might play a supporter card. I can't play one yet. So we're just ending turn. Yeah, they're definitely more developed than I am. That's in terms of how many Pokemon they have out, energy distribution, all that. Yikes. Okay. Yep. Monferno. I should probably concede at this point. Yep. They have 1 prize card remaining. Okay, good game. Good game. Now I get Infernape, right? Yay. We must all learn to be gracious in defeat. Don't tell me what to do. All right, round 3. D-Slacker 12 versus Brayathorn. It's just always going to be me in that second one. I don't know. Okay, it's fine. What's it going to be? Okay. It's not a huge difference, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a basic Pokemon. There we go. There we go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's going to help us maybe get supporters. We'll see. Oh, they got a Pheasantipity out. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Give me a supporter. Come on. Top 6. Let's go. Well. Never mind. I don't know if I'll pull a water energy. Like, if it's worth building up to Surf, or if I should build up Chimchar. I feel like I should build up Chimchar, but also retreating would be 1 energy. So I got to have something on there. What do you want me to do? I can't do anything. Oh, I can only retreat. Okay, that's the end of my turn. Like, when it's glowing, it wants you to maybe do something with the card, but the only thing I could do was retreat. Do they not have any energy? Why? Oh, they weren't able to attach any yet. I guess. Braze, this is throwback to your MTG days. I didn't really have MTG days, honestly. I only played a little bit in high school, and it was just too expensive for me to get into. Same with Pokemon cards. I would have otherwise been into Pokemon cards since like the late 90s. Okay, they're gonna put. There's the Infernape, Chimchar rather. Chimchar. There we go. It'll be Infernape eventually, maybe. Oh boy. I can't use Perrin because I don't have any Pokemon in my hand. Do 10 damage. Go for it. Or retreat and put Pheasantipity up there. We got to knock this thing out before it can get that special energy on it. Y'all have seen how that goes. I wasn't recording any of this. God, I'm an idiot. Well, okay, so we did get a supporter. I don't think there'll be another one, but sure. I mean, it's free to do this. Cool. Super useful ability, Tatsugiri. Nicely done. And we're not getting any... We need to see if we can get a water energy here. Nope, we cannot. But we do get Pheasantipity. Let's go. And now I could have used Perrin, but oh well. Yeah, I can't do nothing. Okay. All right. Good turn. Nobody's doing damage to anyone. Neither of us have done any damage yet. Yeah, but I did, Natty, I did have friends who were in high school who were very into Magic the Gathering, but I just didn't get into it myself. Fun game, though. It is fun. It was mostly a monetary limitation back then. So this is, you know, it's going to do 30 damage right now, but that can quickly grow if you keep attaching energy. And they don't need to be all psychic energy. Only one of them has to be psychic energy. But the energy feather does 30 damage for every energy attached to this Pokemon. That can escalate. Please, please give me a supporter card. Please, please. Okay, now we're talking. Except I don't have 2, but... Okay. No, I do have 2. I do. Okay. I might want to keep Infernape, though. In fact, I really want to keep Infernape. Because we're getting Monferno. Yeah, so that did it. Finally attract customers. Finally did something for us. Pyro Dance is crazy. Like, we'll be able to start distributing fire and fighting energy pretty liberally here. But I don't have enough Pokemon on the bench for that to matter that much. Okay, that is a little bit concerning. That's a little bit concerning. That's going to do 60 damage. Tatsugiri is going to be gone, baby, gone. Go ahead. See you, Sushi. Thank you. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Please let me get that special energy in this next draw. Top draw it. Top deck it. Nope, did not. We didn't. I should have moved Infernape there. Monferno. Well, no, I don't want to attach that to Infernape. I don't need that. Okay, cool. This is going to help if I get a Psychic Energy because it makes Energy Feather stronger. But yeah, this is rough. This is pretty rough. I have 0 cards in my hand. 0. Now, if we do bring Infernape to the front here, and they don't have that special energy on Pheasantipity, Infernape is about to wreck shop here. Like, this is going to go pretty well, I imagine. We'll find out. That's 90 damage per hit now. Ouch. Not bad. Not bad at all. $90 damage. Okay, look at that. We can actually do something now. It's not much of something, but it's something. I would really like to knock out a Pokemon and get a prize card, please. Okay, now it's getting a little bit rough here, a little scary. My Pheasantipity is going to be knocked out. They will be down to 2 prize cards. They'll be able to knock out my Infernape if I knock out their Pheasantipity. Because... Okay. No. Okay, yes, because it failed. You might think, oh, it's a 3 energy attack. You can only attach 1 energy per turn. But Pyro Dance changes that. If they have a fire energy in their hand, or any energy, then that does fix that for them. Because they could maybe put a, well, it depends. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. All right. Could be good. I can't even use Pyro Dance now. But we get a prize card, so that might be nice. Could be nice. Now I get the one that lets me draw 3 cards. Of course I get it now. It's not over yet, though. It's not over. Oh, they went for Tatsugiri. Interesting. Because they want to draw supporter cards, I guess. But they could have, like, gotten rid of my Infernape. Wait, Caretaker does what? I missed that. Okay. Oh, if the community center is the community center stadium is active, the Caretaker goes back into your deck instead of going into the discard pile. I think. This is just an extra basic Pokemon for them. Not that the Pokemon is extra basic. It's an extra Pokemon that is a basic Pokemon for them. There you go. All right. And they played that Okie Dokie too. Interesting. They're going to have a lot of options when it comes to replacing their active once I take it out. They need to find a fire energy. If they can't, they're in trouble. Okay. That is not ideal. That's actually really bad. Also, I needed another energy here, and I'm not getting it. I literally can't do anything. That actually messed me up quite a bit. Thank you, Florges. Thank you. I wasn't going to be able to attack anyways, because I haven't gotten any energies. I'm energy starved right now. Kind of how I feel every time I wake up in the morning. CFS is a pain. I forget what confusion does. I think you can just damage yourself when you attack. Yo, Nico, how's it going, buddy? Thank you for the 100 biddies. How you doing? I am not doing computer stuff at the moment. I still help out with PC stuff on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but you know how that market is doing these days. I'm sorry it took me for a while to notice that. I don't think I have alerts on this scene, which is a mistake on my part. Okay, draw 2 cards. If you get any cards in this way and community centers in play, shuffle this Caretaker in your deck instead of discarding it. We like that. Okay, interesting. This has 100 more HP now. The alert popped up, but it had no sound. It might be because that is muted. Thank you for mentioning that. I would not have known. It is no longer muted. I hope things are going well, Nico. How are things with you? Oh. Wow, that was mean. I totally just made them wait while I could do nothing. Streaming is hard, okay? It takes a lot to be able to multitask like that. I know it takes a lot because I don't have that capacity necessarily. I actually could have put this on Infernape. Well, that's what's going to happen next turn. And Infernape will be able to do 200 damage. If Infernape goes here, which will take a while because I just added 100 HP to Okie Dokie. Okay, no retreat cost for Tatsugiri now. But because I got that special energy, Infernape cannot one-shot Okidogi. That's kind of cool. Whether it helps that much or not, I don't know, but... Oh. They're going to kill Infernape. No, they got tails, so we're good. I need to remember the abilities that they have. I keep forgetting. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to switch Infernape in because it only has 140 HP. But yeah. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Why put a psychic energy on Okidogi? It needs 2 fighting energy to attack. That's a little weird. Still alive from the original Portal game, plays softly in the distance. Oh, come on. That sucks. I can't attack with Okidogi, but I will be able to attack with Infernape eventually. This sucks. If you don't draw well on this, there's plenty of decks you could say this about, I imagine, but if you don't draw really well in this deck, like, you are dead in the water. There's not a lot of avenues. There aren't that many avenues to winning it with this deck. It's got to go well. It's not my turn right now. What are we doing? There is a clock here where... Oh, I didn't know that this was slightly cut off. That's my bad. I guess I have to shrink the screen a little bit. That's unfortunate. I will fix that later. Okay, Scorching Fire coming through. I literally cannot pull a basic Pokemon to save my life here. But Okidogi hung in there because of that special energy. Hung in there for a while. It's just if I had been able to attack, it would have done 100 extra damage. I just never got fighting energy. I'm a vigilant, observant mod. What else can I say? Don't pay attention to me not noticing being 40 minutes delayed early in the stream. I won't. Other than repeating what you just said. Okay. I literally can just attack. Like, that's all I can do. Bye. I can't attack again because I have to discard an energy every time. Please. Please be... Oh, okay. Well, hey, I needed that energy to keep Infernape in action. So that's cool. Okay. I just... Choose your active... Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I just saw that, Natty. It's funny because I'm the same way. I have like 5 friends who play a Magic the Gathering. They talk to me about these decks and cards, and like, I mean, I've played a game before. Little no zero what you're talking about. Yeah. Dude, the stamped Infernape looks so much better than the regular one. That is so sick. Is this are y'all having fun? This is fun, right? This is fun. While they just apparently are choosing a new active. Are they trying to time me out like to where I want to concede? Look at our timers. They have like you have an overall timer in the game. Like chess. If that timer runs out, you lose. They have less than 6 minutes. I have 13 minutes and 12 seconds left on my timer. Who has been drawing this out longer? I'll let you guess. But I mean, I can't say anything. When I first started playing, I don't know if they're new to this, but I took a long time with everything too. And heck, I was just replying to chat earlier. So maybe it disconnected and are reconnecting. Maybe they crashed. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, they are going to time themselves out. I think they want to see if I will wait 5.5 minutes, which I will, or not. Yeah, you know what? Hydrate sounds great right about now. Thank you, Wolf. I appreciate it. I want to finish this this grouping of games so I can get my reward. But also, I noticed that my buddy Emmett is streaming pretty late, and I rarely ever get to raid Emmett. And y'all know he's a good buddy of mine and an awesome streamer, so that would be great. It's just they're literally waiting out the clock. If they think that I'm going, I don't know if this is just like time wasting chicken. I will win that game because I got y'all to keep me company. Maybe we'll rip some packs. Well, no, we won't. I already went through most of all of what I was going to rip today. But like, that would be funny if we did that. They're just waiting down the clock. Give me a little thumbs up. I'm letting them know I will wait out the whole clock. I do not care. There you go. So what are y'all up to? Is this something that happens a lot? Because like, that's funny. It's stupid. It's ungodly stupid. I don't know what this person is, what their problem is, if it's them choosing to do that, if they didn't just get timed out. But like, is this a strat? Are people just not patient enough to just be like, that's a free win, I'll take it? It gives me another pack to rip in the game. So you get a pack for every game you win in this game mode. Why do you keep drifting up like that? There's no hair to see up there. There we go. I think 5 people have left because of this person. 5 people have stopped watching the stream because of this. Just listen. It's going to be worth it when we see that sweet, sweet victory screen. Okay, just stick this out with me. Like we're chill. We're above this. We're better than that. We're not like, because time is something you can totally get back. You know, it's one of those infinite commodities, infinite resources. Time is an illusion. In the grand scheme of things, 6 minutes is just the atom that composes the dust and the hourglass of time. Like, literally? I vibe with that. It's pretty good. I wonder if I should like turn off, because the music is a little bit monotonous. It's not bad, but it's the same thing over and over. I'm wondering if I should mute the music in the game and just like play the backing track stuff I usually have because I like it more, but yeah. Time dilation, yeah. Five, four, three, two, one. You lose. Wait. Why haven't they lost yet? Maybe they did get disconnected. Well, like, does that mean I have to lose a round because someone else got disconnected? This is crazy. What do you mean 0 seconds for the last 15 seconds? What do you mean? Maybe I got disconnected? Pokemon Company, what this? Do I have to take a loss because of your game? Did I waste the last 6 minutes? They crashed out. I mean, that might be me in a second. I know their name is D-Slacker, but like, this is ridiculous, man. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Natty, are you witnessing a live stream over the internet right now? That means my internet is fine. The graphics are running on this. It's not frozen. My internet connection is stable and good. My bit rate is in the green. I have 5 gig internet. Down and up. I don't want to concede after all that. Are you kidding me? I feel like that would be cheating. I feel like that might be worse. But you know what? Sure. Yeah, might as well. I know it's not cheating. I know it's not cheating. I got the loss. I lost, according to them. Or it just reset it. I think that might have reset it. How many matches did I get through before? I feel like that made me lose. Yeah, whatever. You know what? This is fine. Bye-bye. That's fine. All right. Well, that was fun. Guys, stick around. One of my favorite streamers in the world and a good friend of mine is coming up next. And you might just be about to find... Hold on. I'm doing that again. I hate that it's doing this. There we go. Okay. Maybe your new favorite streamer. Plays a lot of retro games. Is an awesome speedrunner. And an amazing chef as well. Amazing cook. Just fantastic at cooking. It's my buddy Emmett. We're going to rate him right now. Stick around. Even if you're just giving me the next 90 seconds, check him out. Let's go drop a raid for my buddy Emmett. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate you. And I have another, next stream's coming up Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central, so be there. I hope to see you then. Until then, take care.
Let's go, nerds!